Rastafari, Kilibamba, 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 Kilibamba. What I want? Yes, what you got today? School TV. Yes, what you got today? School TV. School Skidibidi Dabado. School TV. School entertainment. Cuba. Let's say Cuba, go to there. Cuba, go to there. To the school, to be inspired information. To the school, to be inspired school television. School radio station.
Countries where gold resources are recognized as a critical sources of economic opportunity and growth. However, what is critical for the people of Grand Cape County is that gold is mined in a way that it becomes a true driver of development in Liberia. In Grand Cape County, we are creating an awareness of responsible gold mining that will create jobs for our citizens, help build infrastructures, and report local communities, as well as make sizable tax and royalty payment to the government of Liberia. And we will work with our government to support responsible gold mining and encourage support for social and economic development in Grand Cape County and everywhere gold is mined in Liberia. BNC is in arguably Liberia's first commercial gold mine, followed by the Omober undeveloped Duba project in District Number 1, Sano County. It is operated by the Turkish MNG Gold Mining Company. All of its activities and operation are assumed to be transparent and accessible to the public. However, no one serving in the three branches of the Liberian government has any reliable information on the social and economic contributions of the BNC to the tax revenue of Liberia or to the project affected communities near its operation. However, in Burkina Faso, where BNC is mining gold, this is not the case. The Turkish gold mine in Burkina Faso is a member of the World Gold Council, responsible for monitoring compliance principle. The BNC in Liberia is not a member of the World Gold Council, but Hammerberg, which is soon to develop a Duboc gold project in District Number 1, Sino County. The World Gold Council members are required to gold mine is able to provide this information to the Liberian public or their stakeholders, in particular, the project affected communities in Grand Cape County. In Liberia, BNMC is the exclusive supplier and operator of the mine. They control every aspect of procurement and suppliers. This prevailing condition has excluded local suppliers from creating indirect jobs and benefit from the operation of the mine in the Liberian economy. Additionally, experts in BNMC are competing with the host country nationals for jobs that can be locally sourced. For example, BNMC experts are working as tire repairers, AC technicians, carpenters, heavy and light duty drivers, yellow machines operator, West hall keepers, cooks or chef, nurse at an on-site clinic, security-related guardmen. BNC owns and operates a mineral water factory for the mine's worker, construction, bridge layer, fuel pump operator, IT technicians, support staff, supervisors, superintendent, and managers. Similarly, Turkish expats in the host country national in Liberia are at near priority. In the 2023 World Gold Council Country Profile Report on the Turkish gold mine in Burkina Faso, out of total workforce of 5,316 employees, the locals accounted for 5,515, while the expat accounted for 165. In Burkina Faso, the Turkish have no problem obeying regulation on local employment and benefit. The overwhelming majority of employees with the Turkish gold mine are Burkinabes or locals. Moreover, in Turkey, where gold mine is also ongoing, 100% of their suppliers are Turkish, and 99.9% of their employees are Turkish. Expat accounted for 1%. But in the case of Liberia, where the same Turkish company is exploiting gold, there are as just many Turkish employed as there are Liberians or locals at BNC. The Turkish have no problem employing dual standard of employment in one place and carry out another in Liberia. In commercial gold mining, Liberia is losing capital to the gold mine of Turkey, where indirectly providing its citizens living near converted resources for the export market. Stakeholders do not know the exact quantities of gold bond per ounce produced annually by the BNC or the value of the gold sold on the world market. And the gold resources is not making any substantial social and economic impact on their lives. What we do is that since 2020, when an ounce of gold reached the highest sale peak, the price of gold per ounce has not fallen below 2,000 per ounce. Additionally, BNC experts have been occupying more than 70% of the top 10 senior managerial position of the mine. This violates the 2013 MDA and its amended version. BNC has employed cash violence on desperately affected communities residents. They have been luring PAC residents into signing communities agreement with favorable terms for the company. Unlike PNC, the locals community are never allowed to
with the flyer.
So the LC men took pliers and used pliers on you?
Yeah, they were two at the time. Okay. So when I used the pliers, I was still fully resisted. I said, the only way they may leave the place or let them tell me what they may do. All of a sudden, another two LC men came in. When they came in, the king was one officer. The officer said, I should give my hand, let's have a meeting.
The officer told you to give the hand?
Yeah.
The officer had gun with him?
Yeah, the tear got gun.
Okay.
Yeah. So when he asked me to give my hand, I said, no. Why am I giving my hand for? I said, no, I'm giving my hand. I don't do anything. My mother came in. Honey, and put it. She tried to take it. Oh my son going nowhere. My son going nowhere. So the last group that came, our statement, when they came, the rope, when I used to clear when it broke, that guy plugged in the membrane.
Oh, one of the members took that rope and slapped it in who face?
In Lala face.
Oh, the little Lala.
Then the other guy took the helmet. For shooting it when the man here.
So the man took the helmet, the LC helmet, and knocked it on Lala. So why was the police officer?
The police officer was present.
The officer was present.
The officer was present. The officer was even hitting Lala. The officer was even hitting me. The officer was forcing me to fuck me. I said, no, you cannot fuck me in my house. For no reason, you cannot fuck me. So
after the man,
they are bad. And then you have not come up with a conclusion. What conclusion? How do you manage to come to a conclusion that these people are bad?
By taking some other lives. The John team. They are wicked, and I will repeat that. Like I said today to some of your other colleagues, we are giving them ultimatums. We said in 72 hours, if we can't get redressed, You will see what's going to happen by the
What did Joseph do?
citizen arrest.
please.
Sure. There'll be letter on the floor for sure.
What did Joseph do that led to his death?
Well, I will not tell you to say alleged.
Yeah, what is that? What is
I
alleged?
just say alleged step, so we got to investigate.
What are you hearing from your district?
I'm frustrated. I'm taking the line. Taking the line. I just lost my little son yesterday. I was at the funeral home, burying him, then hearing from my district, my constituent member, and then dead.
There was an alternative. There was an alternative to the life.
I believe that. The guy who committed the
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, stand coming with the spoon. And your boy, Friday the Southern Band. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon.
Tune to Spoon to get your information. Tune to Spoon to be part of our discussion. To know exactly what's happening in Liberia, what's happening in the ministries, the agencies, what are the policymakers saying, what are they doing, what are the decisions that they're making. This is where you get authentic information and critical analysis on those different issues happenings across the country. I'd like to say welcome to the show tonight. My name is Nelson Colette. This is the Late Night Show, Late Night Politics on Spoon. Again, I want to say thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. We are live across the internet on Spoon TV, Fabric TV, and Super TV. That's for Facebook. We are live on YouTube as well, Spoon Talk Live. Thanks to the thousands of you who are in Radio Land, making sure that you follow this edition of the program. Kindly share the show as you come on, those of you, our online audience, so we have a great interaction tonight. It's going to be very interesting. Lots of things to talk about. Yes, but I'd like to go across now and bring in the team. Let me bring our co-moderator, Moba Zoka, Honorable Moba Zoka.
Yeah, I got to change. I need the honorable now, you know. Yeah.
Honorable. So why you want to change the need to honorable?
But you just call me honorable, man.
Okay, honorable. But listen, in Liberia, when they call you honorable, there are plenty things involved.
What do you involve?
Honorable. Listen, honorable. When somebody won't go to school, they not get money. Honorable, you pay. When somebody woman give birth, they stay at the hospital. Honorable, you gotta chip in. When they begin in the community, you know, plenty of things involved. Honorable, you have to have scholarship scheme running for the people. Honorable, now you small man. Honorable, you know, but it's a great thing, man. You got to change that. I understand you have some intentions of coming down to run. George told me similar thing that he wants to come down. George said he wants to leave Australia, come to Liberia and contest. Same thing you told me. So it's a good thing, man.
That's great.
I'm glad the late night show will be producing some lawmakers. George, welcome to the show.
Pablo or where?
What, Pablo?
Maryland, where our boy, where are you coming from?
Jerry Impa.
Jerry Impa. Oh, today made a mentor. I'm coming to letter today. I was surprised. Made a mentor for long.
Yeah,
I enjoy the country. I enjoying.
The men are enjoying the country, man. But George, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on tonight.
Thank you, Nelson. Am I loud and clear?
You're loud and clear.
Thank you. Look, it's good to be here, and the honorable man, Moba Zokia. My man, I won't go to Liberia or give me small thing. I'm a transport. Oh,
my man, I want to go meet Liberia, but I go chill small, my man. Where you going?
Oh yeah, definitely, my man. We gotta go chill. And tell how they call it? Officer Johnson, we want to brag there. Let's go enjoy ourselves, my man. Everybody, we need to go down there, my man.
Yeah, we gotta find one. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's true.
So you and who going, Officer Johnson?
Yeah, Officer Johnson. I
yeah.
want protection, my man. Nelson, you know, I gotta get protection. You know what
Oh
I
man,
mean?
nobody will harm you. Nobody get down for you. Now CDC government when your own government when you went library,
and you hear it, man, again. You hear it, man. CDC was there, people were not dying the way they dying. The way people dying now, they were not dying at that when CDC was there. In just 1 month, just 1 month, look at the amount of people that died.
Let's do the
Now we could take the whole 6 year or just year regime.
You want to do the statistic?
My man, you know plenty of Bobo. Look at that BB what you use statistics.
Okay, guys, we have to move on. You know, but at the end of the day, Josh will be Josh. Josh is a civilian, and as a civilian, for the next 6 years, he will look for the faults, the pitfalls,
the
weaknesses of the current administration. He will always point it out, you know. And Moba will be Moba. Moba is a Unity Party supporter, and he will always try to tighten the screw from that end, you know. And why George is looking for the weak end, he's trying to tighten it, and you know. So that's the beauty of it. That's democracy right there, and it's working for all of us. We can only continue to make our own contributions and try to be as tolerant as we can, because the truth is that we will not, all of us will never have the same views, though. We'll always look at things from different perspectives. So many years back.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nelson. I want to inject there.
Yeah, so many years back, there was one motivational speaker. I think he was a Nigerian, or he's a Nigerian. He used to come to Liberia on an annual basis. He had some seminar he ran for young people and stuff like that. So I paid and attended one of the seminars, and he was talking on some very important things. Now, but there was something very important he said that day. He said, okay, so it was the on-air appearance, and then he was being interviewed. That's about close to 15 years ago. So he was being interviewed, and someone asked him, why is it important? In fact, assuming you have 5 persons in the home, 5 young people, should they all attend the seminar? Why not have just a single person attend, and that person can relay the information to everyone? And he said something. He said, this thing is like having 5 blind men in the house. Sorry, visually impaired. But let me say it that way because, yeah. He says like having 5 visually impaired persons in the house. And then you take them on the field, you put a cow or a bull or whatever there, and you tell those 5 visually impaired men to go and touch the bull and come back to you and tell you how a bull looks like based on what they've touched. And he said there are some people, there are some of those visually impaired guys who will touch different parts of that bull. So because of that, they will give you different accounts. The man who touches the feet of the bull will tell you who. The bull is long, you know, it's long. The man who touches the back, you will say, oh, is big and it's fat, you know, and stuff like that. The man who touches the horn of the bull, especially at the very at the edge, that sharp end, will tell you that the bull is sharp. Once you talk about bull, it's a sharp, you know. So based on the part that each of those visually impaired persons will touch, they will give you a description of the bull based on what the different parts it touch. So that's how it is, you know, and with those different issues that are happening in the country, we all make analysis on those issues, and the analysis will never be the same. It might sometimes try to be similar, you know, close to, but then there will be some kind of disagreement somewhere, somehow. But that's the beauty of democracy, and we can only try to be tolerant enough to make sure that this thing works for all of us. But yeah, you are trying to make a point.
Yeah, Nelson, look, being a supporter of the former government, what I intend to do, I tend to be very patriotic and very honest to the Liberian people. I will not be like Moba Zokia and the rest of them who used to bring dead body from India, pictures, and say somebody not dying in Liberia. Who used to do all these things. We will always say the facts. What we see on the ground, what is reported in the news, is what we say. We would say nothing because, look, we want a Liberia that is peaceful, that we can go to and enjoy ourselves. Because I really feel that Liberia is a jolly, jolly place that we can go and rest. So we'll always hold the government feet to the fire, but with facts, with truth, and nothing else. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you open it, Nelson?
Yeah, so we.
I think Josh already done, right?
No, come on.
Let's recognize a few of our folks here in the comment section.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do
that. So, George, you want to start? Just recognize some of the folks that have joined us tonight.
I'm watching the show, so
Pretty boy Jay Milk. He says he's following from Saniquity City, Nima County. We say welcome. Gay Floor Joseph Boaka. We say welcome. He said Spoon New Peking. You got James Favor Vanny. He say I'm following from Grand Cape Mount County. Man, hope you are well and safe. We love you and be safe. And we get Kante Roberts. He said these folks been here for 12 years and blah, blah, blah. He said a lot of things there. I'm not going to read everything, but he's concerned about the money concession in Grand Cape Mount County. And we got George D. Flumo. He said, why are these things happening? That means the death. Too many people are dying. In less than 2 months, we got a lot of people have died already under this administration. He's concerned.
Josh, are you selecting the comments to read here tonight?
No, I'm reading everything. Active Florence. Florence, Kaliku Jala. Thanks for watching. We got Vic Man. Vic Man said, please let's discuss the issue facing the Liberian people in Ghana on the refugee camp. Yeah, that's something that I really am interested in as well. I went on the camp. I didn't live there, but I went there for a few times. I had a lot of friends there. So yeah, it's something to talk about. And we got Jarvis Felton Davis. He said following. I don't know where you're following from, but look, thanks for joining us. And we got Emmanuel T. Dogbo Jr. And he said, I'm watching you from Saturday Market to a farm. Okay, man. Thanks for joining us. And then we got David Washington. David Washington said, I'm watching you guys from my GSA rural community. Oh, GSA in the house. Thank you. I got Francis J. Hina, yeah. Yeah, Hina Senior. He said, what is happening to Liberians on the refugee camp in Ghana? He's concerned as well. And then we got Florence is back here. She said, Mr. Josh, good evening. Please, I beg you. I don't want no headache tonight. Please leave politics out of tonight and talk in the interest of the people. I beg you, Papa. Look, Florence, thank you for your concern. But look, as I said from the beginning, we'll always talk, the reality. We're not going to fake anything. We're not going to lie about it. So I hope you are not somebody who does not like the truth. We just say the truth. And if it hurts you, we're sorry, but we cannot, let it go. We got Doris Smith. Doris Smith, she said people are passing too much. Yeah, people are dying too much. That's what she's trying to express here. David Washington again said, George, good morning, brother. Your CDC government left us in trouble. My man, that's your business. That one part, the people wanted power, will give it to them. So that's it. Ryan Dover said, so what's wrong with saying blind? I think that he's referring to my brother Nelson here. Nelson who said blind, then he said visually impaired. So look, these days, my man, we got to be very respectful to people. Even here in this country, we can't say crippled people anymore. We can say disabled, even though that's the same thing. But, you got to be politically correct these days before you get in trouble. So yeah, that's it. Vic Man again, he said Ghanaian government has ordered the Liberian to leave the camp. So Vic is concerned as well. Aro Chie Unbreakable Tape. He said, okay, Papa Nelson Collet, thanks for the parable. And the guy Abigail Tia, she said, show. And I see Unbreakable Tape again. He said, so George, who dead body did they allow to bring from India? Yeah, my man will talk about that. So stay with us. So get Teddy Mandu. He said, widow, all the muff you get. I don't know what he's talking about, but that's what it is. So you see, Nelson, I'm not skipping any comment, my man. So, get Tapet Toby. He said, watching from home. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Get Vigman, and then we'll get Chokon Kanga. He said, good morning. My name is Chokon Kanga, watching from GSA Road, Kolia Tree, VV City. Anyway, okay, then we'll get Sewa One year. Okay, if I spoil your name, sorry. Watching from Congo Town. And we got Emmanuel Chagbo Joa, he said, joining the show from Minnesota. Thanks for joining us, guys. And I get Pierre Campbell. Pierre Campbell is watching from Atlanta, Georgia, I guess. Oh, that city, I used to be there, my man. Thanks for joining us. And we get George D. Flume again. I'm not going to read the comment again because I think the guy is after me. And I get Yanni Gogo. He said, good evening. Watching from MD. I think that's Maryland or something, USA. And Moses Colley Jr. He said, Moses Colley Jr. He said, I'm watching from Philadelphia. Oh, boy. Thanks for joining us. And we got Fumba MCC. Watching from Matadi Single. Good boy, man. Thanks for joining us. We got Tapet Toby again. And then we got Alvin Davis. We got Marcia Snell. And we got Armstrong V. Bender. And Lemon Rice, William Q. Slaber Jr. He said, I'm following you from Sino City, Greenville. Okay, Sino County, Greenville. And Chokonkanga, we got Chokonkanga again. Amos T. We got Ibrahim L. Vincent. We got Juju Mason. Okay. He said, I'm watching you guys from Charlotte, NC. That's North Carolina, USA. Thanks for joining us, guys. And Moses Colley again. We got Augustine Koma. And then we got Zanambu Kone. He say, hi, Spoon family.
Everybody,
thanks,
welcome.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome, welcome.
Including Ture. Welcome to it.
That is Ture guy. You're not bring anything for all from Liberia. You're not bring anything for all, eh? You see,
the best way you can, you will mail it to you tomorrow. Don't worry.
Yeah. I like Kaya.
I brought my beautiful smile. I brought my beautiful smile, my man.
That's good. That's good. Good to have you back, man. Been a while. Your perspective have been missing for a long time.
Yeah, my man. I've been missing you guys too, to be quite honest. But I mean, I didn't realize. I think I should have said this yesterday, but thank God I'm on here to really make that position statement here. Look, for every one of us that have participated on the midnight show, bro. Let all of us, including we the panelists that live in the States, and those, you know what I mean, and people that follow us from back home, let all of us really, really take a moment of consideration to tell Nelson, thank you so very much, brother. I wanted to appear. It was part of my wish to appear on the midnight show, but every time
all the love, no love.
The mega love, why you make it?
You not make it.
I just could not make it, my man.
You had love.
You know what I mean?
Had love, but you couldn't make it.
That show, but hey, my man, 2 a.m. in the morning.
And to just say something, man. The highlight of your journey, man, over your holiday was when you were playing at that park, PHP Park, the basketball, my man. I really enjoyed that part, my man. Yeah, that was the highlight for me on your whole journey. So thank you, man, for showcasing Liberia, for showcasing that park as well on your Facebook page. That was incredible. Thank you for being patriotic.
State of the art, my man. I'm not even gonna bring politics into this. That's a beautiful investment for the country. It's beautiful. I mean, it just. I mean, when I was there, to be quite honest, I mean, I played almost like 9 games. It took 9 games for the beginning to finally defeat my team. And the whole time I was there, it was fantastic, man. There were tourists from every part of the world at that park the day I was there. It's amazing. It really is.
So they're not from nothing hide, and you can play basketball as well.
Oh, my man, bro, I've been playing basketball for a very long
time. You listening? That height you get, I'm not for nothing high.
But man, I'm not a basketballer.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
I'm a soccer player, bro.
I've been basketball a long time.
I'm a striker. Number 9.
we're about to move on now. We're
I'm
about
a
to move
tracker,
on.
bro.
But the issue with 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 the Ghanaians, that's something we need to talk about. We need to have some of the guys to come on. Oh wow.
From
We need
Ghana,
to
right?
have, yeah, we need to have some of the guys to come on. We're gonna
Yeah.
try to bring some of them on, and it's something to talk about because you can imagine the number of years and what they're going through. This has been a long rope, a long journey, even before getting here, back and forth. We just hope that something can be done about it. Yeah. So today, let me check out something.
But I'm
Let me.
coming over. Well, nothing on my again. We just going straight.
I know you want to say what's on your mind, Moba. You're gonna do that. You are going to do that. Who denies Moba? Who denies Moba of saying what's on his mind? Who does that?
No one.
Who does that? No one does that. So Moba would certainly say what's on his mind.
Yeah, I got.
But, I just want to announce that Spoon TV has Spoon TV has hit 500,000 audience on Facebook. 500,000.
Wow.
It's 500,000. So it's massive. It is one of Liberia, if not, I'm still searching, but it's one of the biggest platform, Liberian owned platforms that you can
Bro,
you can find.
I know because of humility, you're not gonna say it, but it is the biggest platform in the country. So I'll say it for you, Nancy. You don't
have to say it. We will take our initiative to say it.
Yeah. So yeah.
The biggest.
But yeah, and thanks to our audience, thanks to the people who come up here every time. I think they are the ones that are making it work. We appreciate every single one.
I agree.
You guys are the real MVPs, and we appreciate you. Toure said he was on his way to Liberia. Why on his flight at the airport, everywhere people just screaming, "Oh, my man!" From the late night show, and I said, "Look, you are muted."
Man, trust me, I'm telling you, man. Just a little thing we do, man, and that's why, and I'm very proud of each and every one of us. We have presented ourselves and our family on this platform, respectfully. I think, and when you travel back home, you really sense that. You know what I mean? Like people recognize you, bro. Hey Ture, what's up, man? From midnight, just like even when I went Batala, they seem way. But yeah, man, just a little we did for our country. That little contribution, people definitely do acknowledge it, and and it is what it is, bro.
Yeah. So let's do the quick 1 minute what's on your mind. Can we now mute and just give the floor over to the person speaking? So let's start with Moba. Moba, what's on your mind?
Thank you, Nestle. Thank you for all our listeners around the world, Facebook, YouTube, and on Radio Land. We want to appreciate you guys taking your time and listening to us. You guys are real MVP. It's exciting news that I received this afternoon. One of the best comedians that I watch, that I've been watching for the past decade, Mr. Ibu. He passed away. My condolences to his family and Nigeria at large. He was born October 17, 1961. His son Raz and his son set March 2nd, 2014. So my condolences once again to his family and the Nigerian people at large, and more especially the world at large. But let me go to the issues. Today I really admire the RG. He spoke well. There was an issue in Flair, and we must commend him for what he said, because during the past regime, there were a lot of things what I said about the RG, but then all was like undercover. He never come out to the public, to the press, and express himself, to radio station, and express himself, and discuss issues that are affecting the country when it comes to security. But this RG, Cracker Coburn, were able to come out today, he flashed on issue, and he said some things that were really, really encouraging for our country. And I think we're on a very great path when it comes to our security sector. We must acknowledge that, and we must respect that. We shouldn't come and play politics on that, because, you know, it's not everything we play politics on. You understand? It's not everything, like, even when it's on right, we want to play politics. No. He said some things that the Liberian people today comment him for what he said on the Spoon show. And people call in, and you know, people was like, oh wow, this guy is great. So we pray that what all he said, he should live by it. He should investigate all the deaths, including the 3 missing boys, including the auditors and the EPS guy who were killed in Ganta. And he should open those cases, because court case in investigation we get what we call the court case. The court case that lasts for long, but if you get regime or if you get good investigator that can open those cases and investigate it to the proper way that we can find the perpetrator. So I think, you know, I commend him again and I respect him. I think the day I visit Liberia, we try to reach out to him and congratulate him in person. I submit for now.
Thank you, Moba. Josh, let's hear what's on your mind, sir.
Thank you, Nelson. What's on my mind today is in three folds, I would say. The first thing will be the Burburan camp in Ghana, near Accra. I spent some time in Accra. I live in Accra, and I used to go on the camp to see a few friends there. I know how Liberian people were so much crowded on that camp, and a lot of them have left, but people are still there. And for me to see on the video yesterday, I was watching YouTube, and I saw that their houses were being bulldozed, and they were even running behind the bulldozer, taking up pieces of zinc that they already destroyed. Because I'm very sure that those pieces of zinc they were picking up was to go and fix another house somewhere to live. It was very tearful to me, and I really felt so bad. And I don't know what our government is doing, you know, to have the people repatriated, or what the Ghanaian government, you know, is doing as well. It's a big question for me. The second thing on my mind is as a declaration. I watched with keen, you know, amazement that Honorable, I will say now, Musa Hassan Belete declared his answer and made it public. He made it public, and he had asset in the tune of $43 million. And he also had liabilities as well. But guess what? The transparency exhibited by this gentleman to tell the Liberian people, this is what I brought to government. This is what I have. This is what I have as a president, and I brought to government. It's incredible. Unlike our president, who told the whole world that he was going to declare his asset, he was going to declare asset and make it public. At the same time, his own VOA saying that to the world. Since he became president, he went to that little room that they usually go to in Azo Bush. He put a fire on the people. Whether anything was inside, no one knows. Nothing has been publicly declared.
No.
It is a disservice to this country and our people.
Why do you be asking if something was in the fire? Why do you think?
Nelson, if something was there, why can't we see it?
Will you even imagine that the president will take an empty folder or file to the LACC? You know, John.
Nelson, when you don't make things public, people can assume. I'm assuming that nothing was there, because if something was there, we have seen it now. Is it still in Haiti after almost 3 weeks, almost 1 month now, since he made the declaration that it can be public?
But George, don't
we say that if something was there by this time, we have seen it?
You think the president needs some time? I mean,
the president does not need any time, Nelson. This is the same thing we're talking about President George Weah. President George Weah said, President Weah said he did not want to make it answer public because of the safety of his children or the privacy of his children. We all went behind him. I didn't like it myself. I said, well, no, this thing here, when you end up part of life, your life become public. You know what I mean? You don't have anything to hide. Why can't President Weah make this thing public? I was behind his back as well. And this president, unlike President Weah, he said he was going to declare it and make it public at the same time. It has been almost 3 weeks since he made that declaration. We haven't seen anything. This is a disservice to us. This is the abuse, to public office, because exactly what you yesterday tried to denigrate is what you are doing. And I think this is bad. This is bad already.
Josh. Yeah. Anyway, but this is, I don't know how to put it, man, but this you might just be someone listening to the show now might just say that you're being too tough on the president. Maybe you're being overly critical of the actions of the president, considering that he just came to office. It's been about 3 weeks since he declared his asset in line with the law, and he might just need some time to make it public. You know, there is a verification process and everything that will have to go on, and then he will need some time to make it public.
Nelson, did Hassan Brete need any verification? The law said publish it.
We're going to come back to this.
Hassan did not do that.
We're going to come
All
back
of the people that did not do that. Yeah, we'll come back to it. But let me just finish.
Going to come back to this.
I see people in the comment section because they think that this place we got to come and praise Boakai. That's the only way we can stay here. They are insulting and doing all sort of things. If President Boakai had declared after, I wouldn't be here saying anything about after declaration. His failure to do that, it prompted me to say what I'm saying. The same way, if he had come when he went to Grand Cape Mount during the election, during the campaign time, he said when they're going to elect him, in the first month, he was going to make sure that he was going to settle the problem with that BAE concession. He has been in office more than a month now. He hasn't gone there, and the people went to ride the same thing.
Let me hold you there.
If you fail to act as a president, if you fail to act as a president, that's when these things happen. That's why people died because President Boakai failed to go to Grand Cape Mount after being elected. The promises he made.
Look, Josh, we're going to come back to this discussion. It's,
okay, no worries.
You've made Amin to just jump on the string. I don't know how she even got the button all of a sudden from the blue sky or nowhere. I mean, just got on the string because I mean, Josh, you are vibrating the microphone is over modulating and I don't know, but
maybe I should say
unbelievable. I mean, was making her fufu and then you just made her to just come on, but that's okay. I mean, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on.
Listen, please, I ain't got time for that. Hi.
Hey, Mama. How are you, Mom?
Yeah,
George. Hey, George, ba. But you see, though, that's the thing. I have a feeling, right, that these, quote unquote oppositions, they literally, I think, they all get their daily briefing from the same part, if you will. I mean, bro, how? I don't want to use the word I want to use because I want to be peaceful. I came from back home. But Josh, come on, bro. Musa Belete declare assets. Good for Musa Belete. All right. Like your president, the middle president just not even 2 months ago. Did he declare assets? Then you're going to tell us, because of his children, blah, blah, blah. Was that part of the arrangement of assets declaration? You're a public figure for crying out loud. Declare, let people see exactly what you're coming in to government with. So when you leave, people know exactly what you came with.
How about to raise?
When you leave, people know exactly what you're exiting with. That's the whole premise of this, George.
To
all right?
Is this debate worth it in the first place? His point is that he frowned on President George Weah for not making his asset public. He thought that though he supported President George Weah, but it wasn't the right thing for him to have ascended to that position and then come back to the people to say that because he wanted to protect his children and XYZ, so he didn't want to make his asset public. If the Liberian people voted for change, don't you think that change should be reflected in a process like this, where you have asset declaration? President Weah did not do it, so President Boakai is declaring, but not just declaring, but making it public. Now, look at this document right here. But anyway, go ahead. Then we're gonna come back. Look, go ahead.
Brother George is absolutely right. We can't be saying government is continuity and expect whatever was done by the previous government should be continued by by the outgoing government in terms of, you know, morality and things that we actually criticize or have dissenting view about, right? So I understand JMB should do better. We expect JMB to do better, right? But George, if you're making that kind of claim, you can't be so abrasive about it. You can't be so forceful about it, right? You have to be in a very, you know, sort of like a low tune about it.
Low tune?
No, of course, because now it's like, I'm dead serious. Because now, if you
look, come on, three.
Wait.
You are saying
George gave me that kind of abrasive kind of energy he brings to these issues. When we had a president who was there for 6 years and he supported religiously. Right? On the same issue. So, brother, George, you need to relax. You need to drink some milk. Calm down.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. Three. Do you, for any reason, at any point, agree with Josh, with this argument that Josh is bringing up with respect to the publishing of the president's asset? Do you agree with him? Is it a debate that's worth it?
No, it's not a debate, but I still stand on business by what I said. Now look, we understand there is a legitimate position that Josh is taking. We don't have to even start any debate about whether or not JMB assets should be declared. It should have been declared by now, to be quite honest.
Okay, but then what's your disagreement with Josh?
I'm just saying, right? You can be right, but the way you presenting your case, somebody may say, hold on a second. Why are you so angry about this when you just had a president for 6 years who did not declare nothing, zero? All right? So, I mean, I'm just saying that. But George is absolutely right. Right? He's absolutely right. And I'm with him on that. But I don't want him to be bringing the kind of energy that he bringing to this issue, as if to say, we just didn't experience that under a president that he supported religiously when he refused to declare assets on the ground that he was trying to protect his kids, when we know very well he's a celebrity. Everything about him is out there anyway. We know exactly how much he earned throughout his footballing career, right?
You know, and this is interesting.
So, I mean,
thank you, Ture. Let's hear from you, Emmy. Let's hear your.
Hi guys. I think what my brother Ture is trying to say is that George is right about talking about the ISIS declaration, but if you're showing all the passion about it now, when we never seen it with your guy, that's what made people to not believe you. They just they know that politics you playing. It's not because you're concerned about it because it's the right thing to do. No, it's because you're looking for got you movement. Oh, and we told you these things were bad. Oh, we got you. That's all it is. But FYI, the president did declare his assets.
I'm trying to understand
what we're talking about.
Emmy, I'm trying to understand what I'm getting here. Are you saying that you agree with Josh that his argument is on point, the issue he raised is on point? Public officials, especially the president, having said that, needs to make his asset public. But if anybody should say that, it should not be George saying it. Is that your point, Emmy?
My point exactly. You know, the message might be right, but the messenger or the message. The message might be right, but the messenger is out of place. Okay, don't like me coming here telling you that corruption was wrong in George U.S. government, and then God forbid, knock on wood, this government come and it's just the steroid that we saw it on. It took extra steroid. They are sitting here defending it. Will you take me seriously? You won't take me for the user, but I mean, you're against this in Joshua government. Why is it okay now? Why are you coming here saying defending it now? That's exactly what this is. George, every time George come on here, he said he frowned on it, but it was in secret, right? Everything George did that was wrong. Oh, I said something about it, but it was in our chat room. But in that here,
and no evidence.
Something in too much. You want to come in public? No evidence, nothing whatsoever. But you want to come here and be talking about it in public. Show us one of these chat that you found on it. We don't want to see the whole something. We just want to see the chat that you found on it, that you were talking about it, that this is wrong. Then maybe we'll take you a little seriously when you come in here. But other than that, we got important things to talk about other than playing politics. There's too much going on in the country that we need to be concerned about. With it, like when people like
Nelson, a point, please.
This is serious. I see your hand up, Josh. I know you want to make.
And by the way, the president did declare his assets.
No. This is important. This is part of the issues in the country. It's important we brush on this a bit. Okay, so Josh, make that point you wanted to come in with, because, and this is what I wanted to say. The president, the outgoing president or the former president, is aware that this asset declaration thing is in many folds, right? When you enter government, when you enter in, before entering, you declare. When you're after 3 years, you declare. Then when you're leaving, you should declare. The LSCC even came up with a listing of non-compliant officials of government, people who did not declare their assets upon their exit from government. And some officials, some of those guys who served yesterday, their names were on that. But that's not the point. The point I'm driving at is, Josh, just a few months ago, or let's say a little over a month ago, President George Weah left office. Have you ever been concerned as to why he didn't declare his asset upon leaving office as required by the very code of conduct?
Nelson, look, the thing is that I don't know for a fact whether he has declared or not, but if he hasn't declared, he must declare. It is the law, Nelson. Even now, I'm going to be proposing to the legislature, right, that somebody will put out an amendment to the current code of conduct that if you don't declare your asset when you're leaving power, the law will deny you of coming to get any public office anymore. People should be mandated to do these things. This is the law. This is just rational. We cannot do the same thing over and over and expect different results. We cannot. That's the definition of sanity, doing the same thing, expecting different results. I will make sure, I will lobby the parliament or the legislature to make sure that people who do not declare are not given second chances to come to government, because it's the abuse of power. You cannot do that and walk away and come out and you want people to vote for you, or people should hail you, or you should go and sit in some ministry and make people to work. No, these things must happen, Nelson. It is too long. We have waited too long to be silent. We must speak. And let me tell you, what I wanted to say as well is that Mo Ali, Patrick Horner, all the criticism that was being made against George Weah, they are not talking now. Do you know why they're not talking? Because they have access to those who are making decisions. Mo Ali can now pick up phone and call President Boakai and say, President Boakai, I think you need to do something about this. He will not come on the radio next time. That's what we did when we were in power. We did not come on the radio because we have access to the people who were making the decisions. If I have access to Nelson, should I come on the radio and tell Nelson, say, Nelson, that shirt you're wearing is not good? I will go in the chat room and tell you, say, Nelson, your shirt, get oil on it, go and take it off, right? So when you have access to people who make decisions, you don't no longer go public again to go make noise, because as an intelligent person, you go directly to the source, because you know that when you hit the source, things can happen from there. That's how things work. But people will be here, they will say, why you didn't talk that time? So even if I say Kerry not good, now if I say Kerry not good, because I did not say Kerry not good before, so Kerry good now. No, it does not negate the fact. So we have to make sure that we do the right thing.
There are stages. I'm going to come back to you guys, but there are stages, Josh. If you are part of a certain arrangement or whatever, and something is not right, you spoke for the first time, it's not improving. You spoke for the second time. So let's assume you spoke to the president during the asset declaration time before taking office. Prezo, you declare asset, but you make it public, yo. The Prezo, 1 more, 2 more, 3 more pass. The President made the asset public. The third year, he doesn't make the asset public. Then even exiting government, he's not making the asset public. But then you're not saying anything. How do you expect people who are viewing things from outside, who are not within those chat rooms, who are not seeing the different conversations, the exchanges that you guys are having, how do you expect them to believe you when you say You engage with those individuals. What is the evidence?
Okay, Nelson, here's the thing, right? When President Weah came to power, the Code of Conduct did not explicitly say you had to make public your asset declaration.
Okay, let's assume when he was
the requirement at the time, the requirement at the time was to declare your asset with a GAC or GEC or whatever it is. You declare it. It was not mandatory for you to make it public. The amendment was done in his term, right? So when he did not declare asset, we went in box and told President, you got to declare this asset because it's a requirement by the law. You cannot, abrogate the law and then expect us, to still support you. You have to do it. So he said he was going to do it. He was busy with other things and you were going to do it, and he did it. We did not like that, but he did it anyway.
Is busy now? Why don't you think President Bwaka is busy?
President Bwaka
it's been 1 month.
Nelson,
he said he will make it public. Musa Bility, I know this is what you're coming to. Chairman Bility published his asset today. February 27, February 29, not today, but it was on the 29th of February. February 29, 2024. Total asset for the $3,583,500. His total assets. His total assets. And it reads here, it says, I, Musa Hassan Bility, solemnly declare that all information I have provided herein is true, completed, and corrected to be to the best of my knowledge. I consent to the release of any and all information to and from concerned institutions, nationally or internationally, for the verification of claims. Blah blah blah. It's kind of blurred from there. But this is what he published. He declared his asset, but not just that. He came to the Liberian people to say his asset is $43 million.
That is incredible. I must commend him. It's a really
Someone
good business.
would say that yes, and I know this is where most seditionists are taking the arguments from, but listen, the issue may be that Chairman Bility is not as busy as President Bwaka. but let's take Toure. Toure coming.
No, but Nelson, let me just say something before you go. Declaring the asset, that means writing no papers. It's a most tedious job to do than to just publish it. They may have already declared his asset with GAC. To publish it is not anything, Nelson. You got to copy. Just put it on the internet. Put it on executive mansion. What a business that he kula now. To just put on the internet. No, you can't say that.
Toure, please come in. Toure, come in. Let's hear.
There's the thing. We can't be cherry picking on these issues. Okay? Look, at the end of the day, I appreciate.
No, Mama, please don't do that, man.
I appreciate the energy, the exuberance that you are bringing to this debate, Brother George. But at the end of the day, we should go back to the same asset declaration laws, right? It said declare, it did not say publish. Publishing it.
It has been amended. It has been amended.
So where is the amended version?
But look, though. Yeah. But yet stay, because if we should go to one of your prodigy, Josh, in Senator Nathaniel McGill, he declared his, right? I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, recently he declared, but then he said, Paul publishing it, Paul. You know what I mean?
He can do it.
Yeah, he can do it. All right?
Is it your own?
Yeah, so basically there's the thing. Should we consider the president to go beyond the minimum? Of course. And I think in due time, the president will see the need to do that. I don't think JMB has anything to hide. There is nothing there for the man to hide. But this is the thing. I don't want you to exude certain level of, energy that you are putting forth to this thing. And when we didn't see that same energy coming from you, when we were going through the same thing with your government 6 years ago. All right. So I understand, I understand the opposition role. And I know you guys are starting really, really quick. But you have to understand, brother. 6 years, they're not 3 days. I mean, they're not 6 days. 6 years, they're not 6 weeks. Settling, not 6 months. Bro, you in this for a very long time. So if I'm you, you should actually take this time around to recuperate from the bruises that you got during the campaign. Instead of you just coming here to start giving your tabata and hard time here, brother George. So that's what I'm telling you, bro. Relax.
Thank you, Ture. Thanks, let's hear from Boba. Then we'll come to Emmy.
That's in gray hair, my man. Slow down, George.
You know when George.
Go ahead.
You know when George said the thing from the call the president behind the house. They tell the president say declare your assets, publish it, and then do this, do that, and who knows that you got even call the president? Who knew about then? Nobody. Or like what all was going on in the country? Did the president? Did you guys call him and tell him say what going on is wrong or that will do this? No, nobody know. Y'all say y'all go behind the scene and y'all tell him, but you don't tell us the Liberian people. You don't come on to the public and explain to the public. Oh, we call the president and tell the president this, but the president refused to listen to us. But now you telling all that y'all went behind the scene. What all was happening? You and your brother Vasco. The last time Vasco said it, he said they should go behind the scene and tell the president say what they're doing. The government is not good. Then when they come to the scene, they pretend like they present a message that the country is like America or Europe. Everybody enjoying, everybody get all the facility. They get medical facility, they get good health care, they get security, they got 24-hour electricity. But then when they go behind the scene, they'll go and say things that is not even like you're going to argue among yourself. Mr. President, what is going on?
And that's a great point, right?
Yeah,
but
Mr. President.
Moba, do you agree with this comment here from one of our audience from Vic Man? He's watching via YouTube, male or female. He says, perhaps there's a good reason why these people don't want to publish their assets. Have we taken into consideration
about the security risks?
Have we thought about the security risks?
Yeah.
Or other risks to their lives.
Yo,
this whole argument about security risks being associated with the publication of assets. Do you subscribe to that? That was similar as the former president brought to the table.
No, I will respect the viewer comment, but I will not bow to his idea because all the leaders that declare their assets or want to publish their assets, they get access to security. There is nothing about people going rob them. They think there's a people that have money in their account. Some of the assets is construction, like houses, some people buildings all the way included, and infrastructure, all the stuff. So I will not buy into that. But I'm just trying to make George to understand that they didn't want to make George Weah lost the election. Number one. Number two, they didn't want lie to the Liberian people about what was going on, and they were coming on social media telling that all is right, and then going behind the Liberian people back, telling George Weah what he was doing, it was wrong. But nobody knew what they were saying to George Weah, it was wrong or right. But then they were coming on social media, Facebook, radio station, preaching the message of fake and lie, deception to the Liberian people. Now, I tell you about the election. So when we're talking, George, you should be the last people to even talk. You shouldn't talk. You should just listen to us. Let we tell our government what to do. Not people like you, because you're fool, you're lie to us. You're deceiving the Liberian people. Because of you today, we don't have electricity. Because of you today, we don't have good security. Because of you today, the education system is messed up. So you shouldn't come here and lecture us. When you come here, you come with facts. That's something, man.
Josh, you got any facts? all the advice you give the President George. No, I'm not lying, George. He will come back to respond to that question. But all the advice the man give the president, we have no paper, no document, no chat, no email trail. You can't. I mean, there's no picture. You can't see picture of anything. But let's hear from you quickly, Emmy, as we get ready to transition.
Yeah, Ture already said it. It's like the opposition, whatever should we call them these days, they have meetings before they all come on these platforms because they sound so. So now when George talking, I feel like I'm listening to Acido. When Acido talks, I feel like I'm listening to. It's really interesting. Like how you, and I'm be like, do these people be having meetings? Today we go and deal this one. Let's just be talking. What are they catching us? Let's just say they 1 year. It's sickening. But listen, we're talking about assets declaration doing this one. The law also said when you leave office, right? My brother George having come on here yelling about President we are left. The same way you mugging the president. Just at least he declared his 3 weeks ago. That just to publish, you want him to publish it. He can be nosy. He will give it to you so you can read it. But we haven't even done anything of such. We don't hear all this concern about doing this, doing that. We haven't seen it, and we haven't heard you say anything about it. And please, next time you come here, bring one of those tests. We don't want to hear your full conversation. We just want to hear you advising, Mr. President, this is wrong. You need to do it. And at least when you're doing those things, like you said you did, when you come out and people are talking about it, you don't come out and defend it. And you defending it like the person done nothing, and you said you were in the back saying something that something was wrong with it. But whenever you came out here, Judge, we have never done anything wrong. Say 1847, he's the best. That's what you always kept running with. So I mean, now you want to come tell us, we're telling you this one was wrong, that one was wrong. Show us some proof. Other than that, Nelson, can we go to our topic?
Wow.
So Nelson, can I lay an injection here?
Wow. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Just do that.
Thank you. Look, I appreciate the views of my fellow panelists here. Everyone has a point here, but I know if someone went to be a suitor for a wife and they said your current husband is not doing well for you, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that, and you find out leaving your relationship and coming with that person who had promised all the things, and then you came to their house and you realize the same thing that was happening where you come from, the same thing is happening, what will you do? You will be frustrated. That's the frustration I'm expressing. President Walker said he would do something different. We agree. George Weah did everything bad. George Weah destroyed the country. George Weah did not declare assets. Even though he declared, people say he declared, he did not make it public. President Walker said he would do the opposite. Now he's not doing it. We shouldn't talk because we supported the previous government. No. If you come on here and you try to blast President Walker for not declaring the answer, for doing the wrong things, we will support you. We will be on your side. We will not raise the issue. If you are raising them, but because you support Walker, he's a spiritual leader, he's your deacon, you don't want to criticize him. And
don't steal my line, George. Don't steal my line.
Oh, no, you can't do yourself.
Don't steal my line.
You can't do yourself.
How
he's
does spiritual leadership get into this whole thing?
That work can help me. That work can help me. So, Amy, please take it out of your vocabulary. That work can help me by way. More than anything you can say on the show. Yeah, no, I'm being truthful here. Today is Sunday here. I'm being truthful. That work can help me more than anything Amy says. But
Amy tells you that President Weah is
spiritual, and that thing can help me far away more than anything. My blog can be boring more than anything. Yeah, my man. I think can help me far away, Nelson, because I believe in God, But here's the thing, Nelson. If Amy and Toure and my brother Morba come on here and say, we demand that President Boakai publish his answer because that's what he promised the people. We demand that President Boakai move to Grand Cape Mount and settle this issue because that's what he promised the people. He said in 1 month time, you are going to go to Grand Cape Mount and make sure that BAE treatment of these people were going to be altered. It was going to be changed. It was going to be better. 1 month on, he hasn't gone there. The people got on a riot and 3 of them were killed. And now we are sitting here when we're talking, they say, why you didn't tell Joe we are done? Don't talk now. So I should sit down and allow the people to perish. No, that would be said. The person who does not speak when evil is happening is worse than the people perpetrating the evil. I spoke. It wasn't about the neighbor. I spoke.
You never spoke before. Let's do this. We transitioning now. The police IG made some very important statements today, plus other issues we're about to move to. But Ture, I just want to go to
I
the
want
three
to ask you one
individuals
question.
here.
George, do you have a transcript of the president saying he'll go to Bear Mountain?
Yes. There's a video. There's a video.
Please share that transcript with us, please.
Not transcript, but video. It's
Video
very
of the
animated.
president saying in a month time he'll go to Bear Mountain and
Somebody was helping him to hold him back because he was not strong enough to hold him back when you're talking that day. I get a video.
Josh, I'm about to put you in the back, Josh. I'm about to put you in the back. So, guys, let's do this. Ture, Emmy, and Moba. Ture, do you agree that by this time the president's asset is should be published? Do you agree on that?
Yes, absolutely. And look, and that's what the politics and everything will do. Yes, it should be out and should be published. And
you feel disappointed that it's not published now, up to now?
I'm not going to say disappointed because obviously, I said, and George is an engineer student. He understands exactly. There are a lot of maneuvering, when it comes to dealing with, but because here's the thing. You have to consider this thing as a classified document. Not everybody comfortable putting their answers out there like that. Okay?
No, but if you publish a thing, there's nothing
public servant. It's a public servant. Everything is public.
Okay, brother, wait now. Let me say this. It's not going to negate my position that it should have been published by now. Okay, so at the end of the day, I can also understand from what position that some people will be so personal about their assets. Should I expect that from JMB? Absolutely not. I mean, I for one, anybody want my asset right now, I can declare it tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Ture. Thank you, sir. Emmy, do you agree that by this time the president's asset, as per everything that was said, should be published?
If that's what the law says, yeah.
No. I'm not asking for what the law says.
If it's not what the law says, then no.
Okay, so I know where you come from. I know where you come from.
Yeah.
So Moba.
If it's that's what I'm saying.
I mean, you're trying to play around this answer. I mean, it's just.
What do you mean?
It's just a short one. You have been on this platform.
He already declared it.
Okay, in terms of publishing it, by law, it should be published. He said he was going
That's
to
what I'm saying. If that's what the law says, just say it has already been amended. Where is the amended version of the law? And if that's what the law says, and if it's out there, then yeah. Some people are saying within 30 days. You're saying prior to. So we don't even know which one.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are saying within 30 days. That's why I'm saying it.
Moba, where do you stand on this? You agree or not?
Actually, right. I would say this. I'm disappointed for the president to not publish his assets. I think and we all came here the last time, more especially me, and I stood my ground before that he was coming to publish his assets. I mean, after declaring his assets. And if the law says so, then the president needs to publish the answer.
Thank you.
But I think
that clears.
Yeah, but everything. I'm not here to listen to the messenger like George. That's my point. I'm not here to listen to him. I speak truth to power. That's why we are here. We are not here to favor any government, to favor a Braga government or Georgia government before. No, if Braga government does bad or wrong, we will come here and say, we're not high. I will not have nothing. Recently, I was here blasting a Braga government, and people are here crossing me under the comment section. Recently, you know that, George. Nancy. The last time I was talking about people who should get position, people cross me. But at the end of the day, I speak truth to power.
Thank you.
That's the reason why even when Braga leave power, people will still respect us, because when we see the leakage, we will say it. We are not sycophants, and we'll never be sycophants.
Thank you, Moba. So the whole thing about the Beer Mountain situation, there has been some reactions or what have you today, throughout the day. Well, the police IG has stated that they are on top of this particular case. They are making sure that they carry on the necessary investigation and everything to be able to get at the bottom of it. Establish exactly as to who did what and what is the penalty and what have you that should be applied in the case. Well, he has also confirmed that there were deaths. There were deaths. People died. He confirmed that 2 persons have died so far as a result of the incident. And so the LMP is on top of that, and they'll make sure they get at the bottom of this particular situation. In the Beer Mountain case, also, you have 2 lawmakers, Representative Abu Kamara of District 15, Monserrado County, and the Senator of Margibi County, Senator McGill. They say the issue of the deaths occurring, especially the one that has to do with the gentleman, Josephat Tupat, who was allegedly killed by the power theft team. They are saying that they gave the government 72 hours to launch a tough investigation. That is too much. It's too much. It's just unprecedented. It's unacceptable the way people are dying. They want justice for this man, and they're giving the government 72 hours. That if the government fails to launch an investigation and come back to the Liberian people and say exactly what the facts are or the findings are, they will do something. What exactly would they do? But they will do something. I wanted to get a portion. Let's listen to a portion of this interview that was conducted with the District 15 lawmaker.
Investigation will be launched after having a consultative meeting with the joint team. Like today, I will not give a funding on that because there's an investigation will be launched after having a consultative meeting with the joint team. Like today, we need not to be here on those. We need not to be here on those because, as you can see, the young widow now, she's bleeding in her heart because she's in her anniversary month. She was getting ready for her anniversary. But because of those brutals, those wicked, evil people, want to take her husband's life. So since this morning, we've been firing the community down. We've been talking to the people, talking to LEC, and we need to get in between that to ensure that the right thing should be done.
Representative, are you convinced? Sorry, are you convinced that the LEC should take responsibility for the death of the young man?
The joint team will take a responsibility of this.
So my name is Emmanuel. I report for Sky FM. You have already concluded that these people are wicked, they are bad. And then you have not come up with the conclusion. What conclusion? How do you manage to come to a conclusion that these people are bad?
By taking some other lives. The joint team. They are wicked, and I will repeat that. Like I said today to some of your other colleagues, we are giving them ultimatums. We said in 72 hours, if we can't get redress, you will see what's going to happen by the citizens.
What did Josephat do?
Citizen arrest.
Within 72 hours, if nothing is done, there will be an action. Let me welcome Cindy to the show.
Did he just say citizen arrest?
Citizen arrest. Within 72 hours, if nothing is done, there will be an action. And the lawmaker is asked, what exactly will be that action? He says, citizen arrest. Who's going to be arrested by the citizen? Who are those, or who is that individual that this lawmaker is going to rally a citizen arrest for? That's the first question. Secondly, the investigation we're talking about here, and this is a very sensitive issue, and we got to be careful how we go about it, right? On one end, you can see that a widow, someone who did not expect to get any information of such, talking about the death of her husband, left a healthy, happy, energetic husband at home just to be called that your husband is dead. You know, that's the human side of it. That's the human side of it. Now, the political side of this thing is the ultimatum coming from the lawmaker. There's going to be a citizen arrest. Who's going to be arrested? Secondly, is it possible for the government to carry on this investigation within 72 hours? Now, 72 hours, how many days are we talking about? Josh,
3 days.
3 days. 3 days. Is it possible? Do we have the sophistication? Has Liberia reached that stage where we can investigate things, get at the conclusion and everything within 72 hours? Given this particular case and everything that's happened, the individuals that are in connection with it, is it possible? What the lawmaker is calling for. Now let's start the conversation from here. I'm going to start with you, Ray, and then we take Ami next, and then come to George. Cindy, you are coming, and then Morba.
Yeah, you see, Nelson, thank you so very much for that clip. You see, guys, you're talking about a country that is 76, 77 years old. And we have lawmakers making what should be termed as inciting remarks, right? In a situation that have already been identified and endorsed by the police. So I don't know what Abu Bana Kamara is trying to achieve by making this incendiary remarks, but he right now should be cautioned for incitement. Look, we have to start taking some things in seriously. There are certain things that transcend politics. This is not politics. This is a young man whose life was taken, and to try to politicize it, I think is gross and it's flat out ridiculous. You cannot make politics out of this. And what we are getting from them, that's exactly what it is. At least from what that representative was saying. Look, to whom much is given, much is required. There's a reason why people choose these guys to go to the house, to go to the lower house and the upper house. Their utterances matters. What they say should matters. If we can't get anything out of them but to incite and try to or come with, remarks that have absolutely
no. But again, to read that statement may come across as someone being passionate, someone being very concerned, someone who wants to see justice in the case of another Liberian who deserves protection under the law.
Well, but Nelson, if at all that's coming from that part, I appreciate that, right? Then we can go back again. We say, look, not just too long ago, right? We saw exactly where was Abu Bana Kamara when you were representative, when all the auditors were being killed, right? Where was he? Come on, man. Not one time. How about the 3 missing boys? So we're talking about, and he was in a country, he was staying in a very same position he's in right now. Was he saying anything about these things? And this is where when some of us decide to say, you know what? Damn politics, because we are not really, our interest is not on the political side. Our interest is how we can move Liberian forward, how we can move Liberian forward holistically with everybody void of our political persuasion, right? That's my interest. So if you think Abu Bana is sort of like bringing that kind of interest right now, speaking the way he's speaking, with the kind of tune and forcefulness that he's applying, where was he when those auditors were being murdered?
Okay.
Right? So these are stuff we're talking about. You don't cherry pick justice. You don't do that. If it was bad yesterday, it should still be bad today. And if you're not speaking yesterday, then why make you to be taught speaking today?
But again, is there any specific time for anybody to speak out on an issue?
That's why we say to whom much is given, much is required. These guys, they are in a unique situation that you and I are not privileged to be in. They are lawmakers.
Thank you.
We expect better from them. We expect more than what we should expect from people that are not in their position. That's why we only select a few of them that are sent over there to go represent us with a huge constituency. So whatever they should do should be the best.
Thank you.
You don't expect somebody of his caliber, of his position, of his stature to be speaking like someone who's speaking to real market.
Thank you.
Absolutely ridiculous and should not be accepted under this new Liberia. We're trying to foster peace and unity. You can't be giving ultimatum of 72 hours when the police, when the IG was just talking about how vested they are in getting to the truth. That all perpetrators, those that were involved, are all under police custody right now going through cautioning. Was he not hearing that, Nelson? So we need to stop with this thing, man. We need to stop.
Thank you.
It's too old for us to start behaving like some kind of rookies, man. It's ridiculous.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Let's hear you. And then we take George next.
Yeah, Terrell, you just nailed it on the head, right? It's good for a representative to be angry about things like that going on. But if you're really sincere, and by no means, but because every time we say this, because it happened this time, so it's about that. No, that's not what anyone is saying. But when you're seeing politics, when people politicking and people being sincere, you can see through it. Okay, if you really care about the citizen, care about people, we can see it. And when you're playing politics, this man said we had a meeting. That means he is people, the people that always want attention in the country, they had a meeting. And my gear talking about 72 hours. Where were you? 72 hours? Can you investigate in even 1 week before you won't contact us about 72 hours? 3 missing boys. People that work in the government, some of them were your friends, my girl. You never one day give not even 2 weeks of investigation to know what happened to those people. Yeah. They don't want to play politics with people's life and those so-called power theft people. It is so disgusting when you see these people on video, how rude and arrogant they are going around. I don't know who gave them the right to put their hands on people and talking to them the way they do. It's really, really bad. And I hope that the police can really investigate what really happened. And Maryborough, that action is so much like her. They need to call her and really, really say something to her to calm her people, because I'm pretty sure they didn't mean the death of this young man. They didn't mean that. They just wanted to be rude and arrogant as usual in Liberia. Everybody not tend to punch him back, right? You think everybody not tend to somebody power or somebody mind. You think you might be hitting on people because you think they're doing the wrong thing, and you never know. You never know what might happen. And I think that's what happened in this case. You never know people. Something you just go and put your name, your own trouble come from there. Somebody, even if that man was still in power, he's not a child. You're supposed to arrest him, not hit on him, beating him up and doing that. No, you're not supposed to be doing that. And look at where we are now. And for this is the police work now to be working with that lady, with her family, to try to get to the bottom of this. Not her going to politicians then to try to politicize the whole thing of her husband's death, and think in her little mind she thinking they're trying to help her, but they're in it for their own showcasing and stuff. And I hope she will pay attention to the police to try to work with them to try to arrest these people, investigate, and really know what happened, to arrest them and let it be brought to face the will of the law.
But I mean, do you think you're being fair to the lawmaker when you say he's playing politics with this? Don't you see this from the human perspective, and don't you think that he's seeing it and he's addressing it from that end as well, aside from just being a lawmaker who wants to score some political points here?
Nothing. I would see if a lawmaker came out and said this stuff happened in my district, and I'm very concerned, and I'm calling on the police to investigate.
That was his district. That was his district.
That's what I'm saying. And take an approach like that and investigate this thing is very concerning, and we want to know what happened. I would look at him like, yeah, he's concerned about that lady. Not coming those wicked people in 72 hours. That's what they asked. You already drew a conclusion here. So what are you talking about citizen arrest? So you arrest the person to do what with them? To pepper them? What are you gonna do as a lawmaker? What are you arresting the person to do with them? If this is not a police doing. So this is how I look at it, not to be any concern of,
something is happening here. And I don't know how many people captured that, but the lady in that video we just played is standing right next to the lawmaker. And as he says everything he's trying to point out, more like the scene is something that appears to be a case where the lady, the lawmaker, have already stolen this show from the police. Let me put it that way. In such a case, what should happen, someone may say, is that the police should be ahead. But given the position, now, I want you to take a look at this clip again. There's something I want us to capture from here. Considering where the police... Okay, so let's take a look at this quickly.
But because of those brutals, those wicked, evil people, that have taken my husband's life. So since this morning, we've been firing the community down. We've been talking to the people, talking to LEC, and we need to get in between that to ensure that the right thing should be done.
Are you convinced? Sorry, are you convinced that the LEC should take responsibility for the death of the young man?
The joint team will take responsibility of this.
So Mania Simano, I report for Sky FM. You have already concluded that these people are wicked, they are bad. And then you have not come up with a conclusion. What conclusion? How do you manage to come to a conclusion that these people are bad?
By taking some other lives. The joint team. They are wicked, and I will repeat that. Like I said today to some of your other colleagues, we are giving them ultimatums. We said in 72 hours, if we can't get redressed, you will see what's going to happen by the citizens.
What did you do?
So there you have it. And from that position, you want to analyze that the lawmaker and these people apparently went at that place together, and they're gonna be living together. Are we seeing something here that appears to be a situation where the lawmaker has stolen the show from the police?
Well, that's what it is, Nelson. I just told you. This is a political show. Sadly, this guy has lost his life, and instead of the police, or instead of them working with the police and stuff to arrest these people and investigate and try to bring this thing to a closure. Is you got Abu standing talk about we had meeting and all of that. What does this have to do with something meeting and about somebody in your district? It should be about this woman and her family, not you having everybody surrounding you and the mic is in your face and you the Mr. What top dog in the whole situation now. No, it's all politics. And it's just so sad that people just don't know when to stop and say, let's take a breather and put politics beyond us today and talk about a human being that has lost his or her life. And it's sad that our country has turned to this. It has come to this.
Thank you. Let's hear from you, Josh.
Yeah, look, Nelson, the first thing I want to do is to first speak to my sister, Amy. Amy, you made a statement by saying to this grieving woman, in your little head or in your little mind, she thinks that they are. That, I don't think, look, when we come to this public forum, let us be sensitive to what people are going through. And because I think you guys are also politicizing this thing. This lady lost her husband. She left to fend for children and herself with no hope. And you are here sitting down on a platform, sitting down in America, saying in her little head, she thinks that they are doing something for her. This is wrong. We need to really be sympathetic to people's plight.
Josh,
we need to make sure that
from Emmy
that's just the first bit I want to put out there before I can go into what I'm going to say, because I've just felt so drained by that statement from my sister Emmy. It drained me so much that it took me out of my thought process. By referring to this woman as in her little mind, she thinks that they are doing something for her. I just feel that she's very insensitive to this woman's plight. That even in that state, you don't even know what to think. The woman is confused. Anybody now, if you throw that woman knife to hold it, she will hold it because she's confused. And then you're trying to denigrate her for you to even have to say, look, we understand the woman is traumatized at this moment.
Really?
Anybody who tells her, anybody who wants to help her now, regardless of whatever help you want to give her, she will likely hold it. We have been there. We have lost people dearly to us. We have lost people who we love so much that at that instant, you don't even want to believe that that person is dead. You want to believe that you in a dream and you want to pinch yourself, you want to get out of that dream because it's quite devastating. And to be in that state and for you to be there, for Amy to come and sit on the platform and tell people that in her little head, she thinks that the people are trying to help her. That for me is denigrating. I think we need to do better on the show to be very sympathetic or a little bit sensitive to people's plight. And that's what I want to say. I'll move that part. Let me go to the meeting. I want to
respond to that because
no, you can't. I'm still talking. Let me finish your response. Now, Nelson, here's the thing. If your kid came from your house and got hurt by somebody outside there, senselessly, or even let's say hurt, because I don't want to use the big word.
Mm-hmm.
And you will go there and start to beg the person, Nelson, you will show strength. Abu Kamara is the representative of the people there. The righteous anger should come from him. He is the representative. He has to prove to the people that the lives of the people who voted for him, who he lives with, who he represents are important. He has to make that clear to these people. He has to prove to the people that these people are important because I represent them. So whatever the man said, it was in his right to say it. Guess what? And guess what? He's also doing that to calm the anger of the community. Because we already know that those people want to go destroy LEC. And guess what? Being angry and taking action, you could have destroyed LEC that people will run out of power for years. So he's also doing that. It's a psychological thing that when he shows that type of anger, the people who are very angry, they will say, oh no, he's speaking for us. Let's calm down.
So you're saying that when he said wicked people, these wicked people, the talk away like wicked people, you think
it's common sense, Nelson.
That statement to try to calm them down.
Yes,
you think
Nelson.
that was psychological? You think so?
Exactly. Psychologically, he was calming these people. Yeah, by calling the people wicked, Nelson. Okay, if you say these people were just joking with the boy and the king, say with middle vet. So you think we stupid? Oh, that was joke. They were joking with them. So he got to call their names. He got to express racial anger to show to the people that what they did was wrong, Nelson. And we have to always express this thing. And look, I'm getting emotional because I know what death is. I know what it means when somebody you love so dearly, that person goes away from you, and in the twinkle of an eye, not only that, even in vision, now that the person was sick. The lady left home, her husband healthy at the house. and she comes back and he's dead. And you expect her to say, for people to come around and just say, oh, it was a mistake and this and that. No, she would not accept that. And the only thing that we accept that to show that what took her husband away is evil, it's bad, it's wicked, it's wrong. And that what the representative did, I would have done the same, because I want to show to the people that this person that I represent, that you killed mercilessly, is oppressing, and the person deserves justice. And guess what? He gave them 72 hours. I would give them 24 hours.
And
because I want to see action. I want to see immediate action. Nelson. Here's the thing.
Is it possible to investigate a case in Liberia? You have been here, Josh. You have been following this. The happenings in the country. There have been lots of mysterious deaths across the country. Some of which we are yet to get a conclusion or a conclusive findings to. The police have launched investigations time and over and again. We're yet to get at the bottom of those different investigations. Josh, in all fairness, is it possible, given the kind of Liberia we have, to have an investigation to go on, especially in such a case, for 24 hours that you're talking about, or 72 hours that the lawmaker is speaking of?
Nelson, here's the thing. The lawmaker is not saying, let the case go to court, let them find the people guilty, let them put them in jail in 72 hours. No. Taking an action is investigating. Now that I'm hearing from the IG, after the representative has spoken, I hear from the IG that those people involved were arrested. That is a fair goal. That means justice has begun. That's what you want. But if you are left the people open to their houses, they will take action. Now, see, it's rational. The people are not saying that they know that, guess what? You don't go to court one day and find somebody guilty one day. No, you have to first arrest the people. Then the process has started. You arrest them, they are in prison. You get me? It's a remedy to the people. For instance, what is that citizen arrest? Who are they going to arrest? The people that did the killing. But the people are already in the custody of the police. So that means something has happened already. Something has started.
At what point do we institute a citizen arrest?
We institute citizen arrest when the police are not taking action and we see someone. Like for instance, Nelson, when somebody comes to the house to steal, if the person is not armed with weapon, you can grab them and hold them until police come. That's citizen arrest. That's what it is.
Wow.
You don't. You say you will not leave until the police come. That's citizen arrest. They have already arrested you, waiting for the police to come in. So that's what it is. We catch people, will hold them, and make sure that the police will come and take them.
That's arrest.
What is that?
Thank you.
So can I make my clarity now, Nelson?
I don't understand what you mean.
Come on,
Nelson arrest. My man, they think have fun. My man, somebody lost their life senselessly. Come on. And guess what? LEC enforcers did not do this thing 3 months ago. They never used to beat people. Because we were here, they went to, I think, Terry Ra house to arrest him. It was very calm. It was on camera. You see it? They went there, they said he was stealing power and blah, blah, blah. So he said, we invited him to the police station. He said he was not even going. They had to even talk to him to carry him. On a Joe Baka now, they can't even tell you they won't carry you to the police. They won't carry you.
Joe Baka too.
We flag those things.
No, that was not on a Joe Baka. That was not on a Joe Baka. I don't know where you're coming from with that. That was not on a Joe Baka. When Terry was being arrested, that was not on a Joe Baka.
Thank you, Josh. Thanks a lot, Josh.
You're welcome.
Emmy, you want to make a quick point, then we'll move to Cindy.
Yes. George, you're so dramatic. In your drama, you can perform all your drama in here, but it's not going to twist my word. Okay? This is what I said. And listen well. Okay? Me saying that this woman thinking in her low self, in her low mind that they're fighting for her is me sympathizing with her that she think this man is in her interest. In no way am I denigrating her with her in her little hair. That's not how I signed it, and that is not what I intended to say. So you can come here and dramatize it all you want to play your politics. You and my son are in that politics playing in people's lives. You understand me? That's what I said. In her low mind, she thinks this man is in her interest. And in no way am I saying that she doesn't have brain or she's not smart or anything. It's me sympathizing with her when I said that. That's what I mean. So ask me what I meant before you started being Mr. Dramatic and started twisting your head and saying that I said that and I'm trying to and denigrate her. Don't do that to me.
Thank you. Cindy, let's hear you, sir.
I bring greetings to all
of you. The listeners will be the judge. We will not be the judge. The listener will be the judge.
Exactly. Then let them be.
Okay, so let's give the floor to Cindy. Cindy, please go ahead, sir.
I bring greetings to you from New Mexico. Sorry for joining you guys late. I am cooking 3 soup right now. That's why I came on a little late.
Imagine.
But let's get to the topic. Look, I'm going to go back. I was listening to the issue of asset declaration.
No,
so I would say, hey, I get 2 minutes.
Don't kind of church there. They can't sing so yeah, the word and I sing.
No, this choir practice, so that way you come.
You know that raised on I've already sung before.
It's okay. It's okay. But look, the issue of the asset declaration quickly. I just want to quickly go there, right? I don't think at this point that I want to blame the president. But again, I will come to you, Brother George. You made a lot of good points here to now on this topic. But I don't know if I should blame the president at this point. The president released his assets to an institution. I don't know if the institution is responsible to release it to us, the Liberian people.
No, Sandy, the institution would not publish your asset without your consent.
Okay, so that's okay. Then thank you.
You should get the law.
Yeah, I don't know the law, so that's why it was going through my mind when you guys are talking about it. I'm like, should we blame Baka at this point, or should we blame the institution that have copy of the assets? Are they still doing their research? What's holding them from telling the Liberian people what President Baka gave to them? That's what I was thinking about. But if you're saying that, okay, maybe they have completed their research, and maybe the president hasn't given them the go-ahead, then maybe we can get back to George's point and say, okay, then why is the president not giving them the go-ahead, right? But here is the thing. One thing I want to take here, and this actually is concern both of the discussion, the asset declaration and what has happened with LDC issue. We keep saying, because you supported the previous administration, or because you work in the previous administration, you have no right to raise an issue. You have no right to raise the particular issue or even talk about this issue because you were supporting X, Y, Z. We cannot limit Liberians to what they can discuss and what they cannot discuss, whether they support past administration or not. For me, it bothers me to hear that, oh, I said, though, for instance, you work in the CDC. So don't talk about this kind of thing. Why did we remove the CDC? We removed the CDC because we want a better Liberia. We want a Liberia that every Liberian will have an opportunity to play. So if John Brown, for instance, was part of the previous administration and have an idea, or maybe something that they feel that is not going right, we cannot limit them from talking. And I think it's wrong. We need to get away from that as a people. Let us welcome this debate. If they come to us, for instance, that's a George here who support George President Weah very strongly. If Mr. Widow come to us and say, look, this thing you're doing, or President Baka is doing, and this, if we have something to counter that, it is our responsibility to counter that. But we cannot say don't speak at all. Let me tell you, the job of the opposition is to hold your feet to fire. If they don't do that, they have failed. The responsibility of the opposition, that's why we have a democratic political system. That's why we are not Rwanda, where when you speak out, you go to jail. When you say anything against Paul Kagame, you go to jail. We are Liberia. We have a democratic political system. If the opposition is not speaking, holding the president's feet to fire, and we understand politics will come in. Even if it's right, they will still twist some politics in there. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. That's why the government needs to be strong to counter the opposition, and the opposition will also be strong to ensure that the government feet is held to fire. The opposition want to remove you. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to hold you to fire. But I understand the importance for us to address the issues that the Liberian people are confronted with. As an opposition, do not come to us lying to the Liberian people. Do not come to us inflaming issues that are not in accordance with the reality. But it is our responsibility to tell the Liberian people that, look, our friends from the CDC, they are lying. It is our responsibility, but we cannot stop them. We have a democratic system. Quickly to the lawmaker. My frustration with the lawmaker position is this. in a serious country, a serious democratic country like the United States, you will not find a lawmaker standing on the street like that, being so, so strongly opposing the government. What the lawmaker will usually do, they will take it to the house. They will not call citizens on the street and say, oh, our police, our state police, they are terrible, they are bad people, they killed this person. No. The lawmaker take it to the house, put it on the floor, and debate the issue on the floor. That's how you do it as a mature lawmaker. You don't incite people on the street. Now, I understand your point, George, and I do understand your point. Oh, he's trying to calm the woman who lost her husband down. That's not how to do it too. Go to the woman, tell her, I will ensure, as your lawmaker, I will ensure that we get to the bottom of this. I'm going to take it to the house. We're going to call the police to the house. We're going to investigate this issue. But do not stand out there calling citizens and even telling people that there will be citizen arrest. Let other partisans of the CDC do that. Let Jefferson County do that. He's not a lawmaker. But as a lawmaker that we elected, moving forward, your responsibility to hold people accountable is in the house. Debate the issue in the house. You have the power as the lawmaker to call the police and investigate the issue, not to do that on the street. So that's my position.
But listen, Sandy. People have different ways of expressing themselves, and I think you struck a very important point from the onset of the discussion, which I want to bring back to the very end of your conversation. Well, you started off by saying that Liberians should be free to express themselves. It doesn't matter who they support, what they didn't speak out on yesterday, and all of that. They should have the freedom to express themselves. But then you said the lawmaker should speak in the house. He should not come outside and be standing on the street and be talking to the people. But Cindy, just to support your point a bit.
The good thing is, no, the good thing are not die here, I stay here.
No, I come here.
Explain yourself. Yes.
Yeah, you coming in quickly. But just to support your point, there's a group called ARED. ARED monitors the legislature, all the lawmakers. How many times they talk in your house, how many times they raise their hand, and how many bills they put for, their attendance, present, asking, all of those things. It will interest you to know that this lawmaker you see right here,
you're not talking in the house.
One time. He didn't even say hello.
I told you that.
Bob, I don't know. That work will be too hard. This lawmaker called Abu Bana Kamara did not say a word at the legislature. All of the reports that ARED have put out, he has been one of the lawmakers that have scored F0. The scorecard F0. But then this lawmaker is out here, and listen to him. He's pushing his point, like Representative Yeke Kolba did.
On those. So they are not to be here on those because
you see,
as you can see, the young widow now, she's bleeding.
You see, he's making the point. He's pushing the argument outside, not at the legislature. Sandy, is it not okay to compliment, to applaud this man, to clap for him, to give him his flowers? That like Yeke Kolba said, you're not speaking in the whole, at least you can come outside and speak. Go ahead, Sandy. You have the floor.
Again, thank you. Thank God I'm not dying here. I'm still here. Look, Nelson, maybe I'm talking too fast. With George as a seditious raised an issue, let us not try to sanction him.
Okay.
He's an ordinary Liberian. He's a sedition, but he has the right to raise issue, whether he supports George or not. When Asik Doe, who is not a former government official, raised an issue, let us not sanction Asik Doe. He's a Liberian. He has a right to talk on issues. Our lawmakers are not just partisans. They are the elders of our nation. They should be responsible. They make laws. They represent every fabric of Liberia. And that responsibility, it comes with a major responsibility. Where you have, they also have the power to bring like the law enforcement officers to book, to question. My friend George don't have that power. So George have the right to come here and flag the issue. He has the right to go on the street and talk. But let our lawmaker go in the house where he has the power to invite the law enforcement officers and get to the bottom of this issue. But for him to go and incite citizens on the street, that's wrong. He can do better with his power in the house instead of on the street. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you. We're going to give 20 seconds around, and then we'll move to Moba. Moba, you're in
I'll be back.
Moba, you'll come in. Let's hear from you, Ray, Josh, and Amy. 20 seconds quickly. Just 20 seconds quickly.
So look, at the end of the day, they say what? Lawmakers, we look at them differently. They are not ordinary people, right? And when they say stuff, their voice go far. Like ordinary man like me, when I say something, who take me seriously? Nobody voted for me. You know what I mean? So that's the difference right there. So George, when you say you appreciate what Abu Banas put out there today, matter of fact, you even went as far as saying 72 hours or even far, George. George, you live in Australia. How long does it take for people to really go through a murder investigation? Not a 1 day, 2 day thing, George. You know that.
Thank you.
Right? And with all of their sophistication and everything and science and technology that those people have and evidence and all that stuff, what do you expect from a country that don't even have a forensic unit or department? So you know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about, like 72 hours and all that stuff, that's just a nonsense.
Thank you.
Should know better. And there's no excuse for what he spilled out there, and he should be very, very careful next time.
Thank you. Josh, let's hear you, then we'll move to Amy. 20 seconds quickly.
Thank you, Nelson. And Nelson, this one I'm going to speak very slowly because my son always tells me that I speak so fast that sometimes the things I say people don't understand. So I will speak very slow this time.
Yeah, and again, also the people in the comment section, they say, even if you want to talk about these ills, you should talk it slowly in the calm tone. You shouldn't be aggressive about it. Yeah.
Ture said that too. So I will be very calm. So here's what I want to say. Nelson, people say the representation of a group of people is just as the same as the person that's going to represent them, right? Typically on the show, people come here and say, I did not speak out because I was not on social media cursing Josh Weir and his man and his pa. You know what I mean? The same thing, Abu Bana Kamara, if he goes in a house to talk, nobody will hear him talking. They'll say he didn't talk anything. But now he said, and he say he talking now. Hey, yeah, he talking. That's the thing. Our people mindset, and the same thing we were on the show. We carry the same mindset. We say if you're not talk publicly, that means you did not disagree with something. If you went behind closed door or in the appropriate places that you think that remedy can be found, when you go there and talk, and people not see you yelling, causing man cause on Facebook, that means you have not spoken against that thing. Abu Kamara has the right place to go, which is in the House of Representatives, to go and put a case and say, you call the IG here. We want to make sure that this thing that happened, we want to make sure that it is investigated to the root cause. How many Liberian people can watch the legislative proceeding? Only few of us. They will not know. But that's why he went out there and made sure that his point was made out there, because that's why it's more effective. That's why Sandy can see him. That's why Morba can see him. That's why Amy can see him. That's why even Ture here can see him.
Thank you.
It's a thing, Nelson. We have to be very careful with how we expect people to do things, because our not cousin George, nobody will say our for everything he did. And when I tell them, say, "Oh, I spoke," they'll say, "No, we not see you speaking." This man is speaking now. You saw him, so you cannot deny the fact that he spoke.
Thank you, George.
Thank you. Ture, someone said they made dinner.
No.
You're running late.
So
what?
Where is Sandy? I wanted to speak to
Yeah,
Sandy.
this
I
is
don't know where he's
interesting.
gone.
Lavetta Smith. Terry, what's going on?
Lord,
Go ahead.
please invite me too, please. I'm hungry. Thank
No,
you. My man, you were carrying me through. I hear, my man. Anything I hear.
Go ahead, Emmy. Let's hear you.
So I don't know where Sandy gone, but first, let me say something about my brother George. George, no one wants you to get on Facebook and start insulting. I came out criticizing George. I was not insulting his mother before people heard me. So you got to stop being dramatic. When you insulting the people is something. It's and then you talk about Abu is the lawmaker. Everybody watch session, watch them disturbing in there talking nothing for the Liberian people, but themselves and that money that is stealing. He's gonna call it the IG and nobody's gonna know that he did that? Come on, man. Stop. We're in the 21st century. We're in a digital age. This is not 1847 anymore. So stop saying that everybody watch everything that goes on Facebook. So that's a poor excuse to come tell us that he needs to stay in the street and be reckless with his words. No.
Thank you.
And my brother Sandy, no one is trying to censor anybody here the way you're putting it. We're only holding them, putting our hypocrisy in our faces. Things that were not making it upset yesterday. They come here making it. It's so disgusting and it's so dramatic about it and it's so passionate about it. That's what we're pointing out. We're not telling anybody to shut up or not to say anything. How dare you speak about this in this manner when you never even care about it when it was happening yesterday? That's what we're talking about. And you're telling us we shouldn't tell the people to be quiet, but you're telling us not to tell them to talk. So which one? You're telling us we shouldn't tell them not to talk, but you're telling us we shouldn't tell them this.
He's not going to respond to that. Trust me.
Yeah,
I will not give Sandy 10 seconds to respond to that. Emmy, you have it on this one. There's no response time.
I know I got it.
Brother Moba,
we're trying to censor somebody. No, we're not trying to censor anybody. We're just calling the hypocrisy out. That's what we're doing. We're not censoring anybody.
You're telling me the blow that I got, I can't return it.
You gotta take that blow. Go with the black eye.
You gotta take that punch from the female for now. And let's hear from Moba. Moba, go ahead, sir.
Nelson is so biased.
Thank you, Nelson.
He's a UP partisan. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, guys. Come on, man.
You're right. He is biased. He always giving you all the time to talk.
I am a journalist. I sit behind this microphone.
Doesn't you don't have to answer that.
No,
you always giving George all the time to talk. Everybody in the comment knows about it.
He has succeeded. He put me on the defensive, and now I'm skinny, attire. Still no evidence. But anyway, let's go on.
Nelson, please highlight Peu Miller's comment, please. It's very juicy for me.
Of course, yeah, but it's then coming. You might highlight that one here too. The other one, it seems we're highlighting everybody. That
Moba, go ahead.
Your policy coming. Yeah,
thank you so much. Thank you.
That's what he's something. Let me look for coming on your highlights.
Moba, please go ahead. Let's
hear talking, Mama. Let us finish talking about.
No, you have to go to the lines. So you have the time now. Go ahead.
All right, thank you, and thank you.
Oh yeah, coming up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, put that coming up.
Yeah, always causing me. So ain't me anything to me again, sir. The man say I get no sense.
There you go.
I can talk nonsense.
I didn't say it.
So I hope you start in class with me because all my classmates can hold me up high like this. They can pull me up.
I learned that
junior
Prophet Key is one.
Prophet Key never begin. That begin what? Don't have call it back.
Yeah, please tell him about talk. Go ahead,
Mobile. You don't need to watch the show. We can cause me a big girl. But delete the show after the show.
And I you and Lou, I want on the show.
So you mean Prophet Key was really a classmate?
Call it back to that door, my man. That boy.
I'm thinking you highlighted last AJ is coming. You highlight George coming. You gotta highlight AJ
coming again. Please go ahead, Mama.
Amy looking for validation.
Sweetheart, I don't need to.
That's what you're doing now, Mama. But anyway,
Mama, go ahead. Let's hear you.
I started actually, but
don't forget, Moba, gather your train of thought.
No, but that,
when the show is going on, just take your notepad.
No, it's not about
all your thoughts.
Like, you know, the lawmaker, Abu, he spent 6 years in a house, but he only talked one time. And the one time you talk, you only talk for 1 hour. And I mean 1 hour, let's say 30 minutes. 6 years, 30 minutes in a house, you only talk. But
then the man did well.
What? 6 years.
6 years.
Minutes. You only talk for 30 minutes.
No. 6 years. You work out to talk one time. But that one time you talk for 30 minutes?
30 minutes.
Do you know what 30 minutes is?
But listen, the 30 minutes, there was only noise.
There was
nothing like debate. There was nothing like, no, listen now. Give me the flow. Give me the flow. Let me lament on the issues.
Take the flow.
Yeah, give me the flow. The man talked for 30 minutes, and the 30 minutes he talked for what he was saying. Nothing good, nothing sound, nothing that would develop a district. He was only there making noise. So that put that aside.
No, we're not putting it aside. We're not putting it aside. We got to come back to that. You said the man spent 6 years in the house.
How will you spend 6 years somewhere? He just talk for 30 minutes.
He woke up one time, and that one time he talked for 30 minutes.
I'm doing it, Mav.
And you said the 30 minutes, the man was not saying anything. So the other lawmakers are just sitting and looking at the man talking for 30 minutes, and he's making noise.
No, I'm trying to see that one day, all the small things he put together, I make it, put together 30 minutes talk for. You know, that's it. I talk one time. You put 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. You put it on 30 minutes.
Incredible platform. That your story rejected.
I'm trying, but the map is not mapping.
It will map. When you join it together, it will connect. But I go to the topic honestly. Yeah. Well, you see, first of all, the lawmaker talk about mitigate, right, between him and the police. And now, first of all, let me send my condolences to the widow. We condemn every violence in any means. We pray along with the widow as well, and also the people of Corway, our condolences to you, and we make sure the police RG will investigate the matter and we get to the full weight. And anybody or whosoever found guilty will be sent to prison. That's it, because it's a murder case. Now, let me go to the issue. Sometimes the message can be right, but the messenger, right? The messenger can be dumb. Because even when the messenger comes, he's saying the right thing, but he's not saying it in the form.
But if the messenger is dumb, then you're not getting the message.
Yeah, but that's it. So what you will not be a false prophet and you go preach. And you go preach to somebody who understands the word of God. They would not laugh at you. That what happened. So people that understand Abu Bana Kamara, listen, people that understand Abu Bana Kamara to be the lawmaker for 6 years. And one day I see him putting any bill up to develop his county. I mean his district rather. I never see him putting any bill on the floor, right, to develop his district. But now he's trying to put people together to go do citizen arrest. First of all, what your law says about citizen arrest, you got to know your law. What your law says about citizen arrest. Second, what is the crime? What a crime that indicate on the scene? Because citizen arrest is not that something happened today, tomorrow, you just see someone on the street, you join on it. Citizen arrest happen on the scene. If somebody does something on the scene, if thing is like what they're doing is not right, and you get people there, they can arrest that situation. It's not violence. It's not for you. It's not for you to beat that person or need to do anything that will harm that person. What you do, you restrain. We call it restraint. You restrain that person and you call the police. That's what we call citizen arrest. And restrain, it means to say when you put it on the ground or bend him or do not know. You restrain the person in the sense that they will not even get the power to fight, but it will be under that restraint until the police come and arrest
Officer Mulva. Officer Mulva.
We come here
let's protest Mulva.
Yeah. When we come here to discuss about police, about citizen arrest, we should be very clear. Somebody does something for the past 2 days, and the police RG came out and said the matter is under investigation, and you giving 72 hours, 3 days, if the matter is not settled. Look, let me tell you, murder case can be kind of conclusion with just in 3 days, even in 2 days. Because first of all, you got to get the facts in the case. First of all, you got to go on the scene. You got to get forensic to analyze and to put on their data to see what is going on, their investigation tools, to tell the people what are the cause of them. You got to carry the man to the hospital. Let the doctor carry a diagnosis and tell the Liberian people, that man, the beans on the plate, blood ran through his hair, it went to his brain. Then not investigation start. But being that the people that were in an identical situation who caused that identical problem, what happened? They should be on the police custody, and that's what the police said. He had arrested them. They are under the police custody. But this is what's going on. The investigation going on. You not just take one day and say, you know what, I passed the investigation, the people will go to jail for lifetime. No, it's that process. So if our lawmaker can come up, instead of going in a horse to pass bill that will benefit the people, then he's standing up talking things like what even it making no sense to the Liberian people. People that listen to him and they say, you know, my man, let me talk my own back. The thing that made no sense. You cannot come out as a lawmaker and incite the citizen on another citizen that you're talking about citizen arrest as a lawmaker. You have the voice. That's why they put making a lawmaker for a district. If you get a voice, why when you talk, people listen to you, and when you talk about citizen arrest, you cause chaos. You cause panic in other people. So you don't come out and say these things. So based on that, the lawmaker was in error. He must go back and apologize to the people of District 15. He failed them. He shouldn't come here and talk about citizen arrest. He shouldn't do that. It is wrong. If you want to discuss issue, go in the house. Go and put this on bills on the floor to protect citizens. Then we'll listen to you. But you come here and say it in an arrogant way, right? You're not even saying it or respectful way where people would look at you and say, you know what they've been saying is right. So when we talk about citizen arrest and when we're talking about people talking about arresting other people who committed crime or day or 3 or 72 hours to do in case the IG say within 72 hours we can't conclude the case, what he will do? You'll go to the police station to go arrest those people, you'll go beat them. He will. He already come out and said he mitigate. So we don't know, like for us, we know the word mitigate. What the word mitigate mean? And when he talk with the people, they come to one conclusion. So what they answer, he coming to come tell us, say, blah, 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 blah. That is wrong. When we come here, George, nobody here is telling the Liberian people that what happened to Kowe, it was right. It was wrong. And we condemn every violence. We condemn it to the highest level.
And this is important because citizen arrest in the first place can be carried out by any citizen.
Depends. I'll come to it because
Nelson, the whole thing here. This man who supported Dillon, Dillon who said he was going to stone the president convoy. This is the same man I'm talking that you can make reckless statement and blah blah blah. These are, it just like I see a comment in the session. One blessing is there that this whole thing that happened. It just like I don't know. I'm not going to say the word, but anyway, it's okay.
On the flow, Nelson.
Yeah,
so can do citizen arrest. Is that what? Listen. Your constitution, as long it is in the constitution that anybody can do citizen arrest, I'm granted. Because even in America, certain states they don't do citizen arrest. Certain states they do citizen arrest. That's it. You cannot do citizen arrest if certain states don't pass that law. You can't do it. If you do it, you go against the law of that state. You call the cop. When the cop comes, they will run after that person. So that put that aside.
So for the benefit of our audience, some of those listening to the program or watching the show, if the whole thing we're talking about citizen arrest, let's take the lawmaker out of the picture, right? You mobile walk into a store or you in the public space or whatever, you see another person committing a crime, maybe stabbing another person, maybe trying to do something terrible. If you have the means, you can arrest that person, detain that person until the relevant authority can come, and then you turn that person over. But you're not an officer, you are a citizen, and that's citizen arrest.
Yeah, listen, I understand your point, Nelson. What you saying?
I'm driving somewhere. I haven't.
Okay, finish. I will get to your point. Finish.
I'm driving somewhere. So the big question here is, Mama, you got your cup of tea near you there? Is that?
No, Mama. What are you doing, man?
Okay. So, but the big question here is, who's going to be arrested in this case? Now that the lawmaker, because the police have already said that individuals in connection with this thing, they've been arrested. Who are those that the citizen arrest is going to be effectuated against? You know, and as I listen to the lawmaker trying to understand his statement from both sides, I'm just arriving at too many questions with respect to this whole action and stuff he's talking about. But Moba, just conclude so we take
let me conclude, Nelson. Nelson, I respect your point, and that's a very great point. And you know, if somebody committing a crime is different from somebody already committed a crime and the person in the police custody, and you talking about you want to do citizen arrest. That's my point. So if I go somewhere, somebody committing a crime to harm somebody or doing something to somebody, I get it right to intervene. If I get a strain, I can restrain that person and call the cop and the person be arrested. But the incident already occurred, right? It's done. And the people in custody, and you talking about in 72 hours, if the people not be, you know, like, which one of the court will just come up with guilty funding against somebody that, oh, the person is guilty of murder. You got to carry on thorough investigation. And investigation not take 1 day, 2 days. Investigation is a process.
Thank you, Moba. So we're about to put the phone numbers
and
up.
go on and go and go in the house and put bills that would benefit the people of District 15. Because that's where I'm from, Kowe.
Thank you.
He did nothing for Kowe. So let him go do something good.
Do I see your hand up? Just come in quickly. So we take calls.
Yeah, Nelson.
101075.
There's the thing. And I don't want to come off as someone who's been very, very degrading. But I don't think our country we have reached that level of level of tolerating each other where we can institute citizen arrest. Okay. Look, a lawmaker should not in any way incite or try to circumvent a conventional system to unconventional system, right? We have a conventional system in our judiciary system, or policing and everything like that. That's the route that the lawmaker should be taking. Anything void of that system or instituted conventional system established by the rule of law, then obviously Bana Kamara should be even a caution for making such an incendiary remarks. All right, that's number two. No, number three. My man, that's how in our country, my man. Someone can't hit your car, they say pro sorry. That somebody pushed me from behind. Then you look behind and see nobody standing behind that man say the man are pushing. You know what I'm saying? So that's the kind of country we are. So at the end of the day, we are living in a volatile country, right? And I think we all can agree to that. We have a depleted police force
where everything is convoluted. We have to go to the phone lines.
You know what I'm saying? So citizen arrest should not happen. It didn't work in America yet. Amara Aubrey was killed here by one guy and his father because they felt the guy was walking. The guy was just looking at a house. And they probably and his son chased the guy down and went and got him down. So it's not a good thing. It's not working in America. It's not working in America. Thank you very much.
You're right, right? Because the person might be resisting.
Let's take some calls now, guys.
The person might be resisting and they were hitting them and killed them.
Yeah. Are the citizens trained to effectuate arrest in the first place?
Yeah.
You don't have to be trained to do that, sir.
They don't have the tolerance.
Hello, you're live. Where you call from?
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. So
arrest is different from beating somebody to death.
Guys, can we give the floor to our audience? Yeah, go ahead. You're live. Come in.
Yeah. So the first talking point, we're talking about asset declaration.
Yeah.
And we heard George say some things, but I was just consulting George that with the energy he got, he should be able to speak on some issues, more especially the president have declared his assets.
Mm-hmm.
So it left with the entity to publish. Okay. Now speaking about this board in Cardwell, let us wait for the findings.
Okay.
Yeah, I come in there. So let us wait for the findings. The police has already issued a full-scale investigation because there are a couple of videos we're seeing, in the chat when we're on social media. There was no confrontation, like the people beat him up, and So I think it's best that we wait for the police to come with the findings before you can start coming up. But the issue of Abu Kamara speaking, I think everybody has said it all. He was out of order.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Let's go there. Thomas, come in and take another person here. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, Nelson, how are you?
Yes, sir, we're okay. You're sounding far away from the phone. Can you go ahead? Make your point, sir.
Okay, this is Walker from Virginia. I don't want to be quick. I am a civilian, and what George is saying was not true. We are never took advice or criticism for the diaspora solution. That one there was a disconnect. We did a diaspora solution and CDP on the ground. That's one. And the whole issue with these guys for District 15, why the comment, we don't want to make this woman lost a political topic.
Mm-hmm.
But some of us are following what is going on practically. I had a chance to listen to an interview and also the guy who came to be on the site.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to the interview in two different locations. One, he said the people almost naked his mother. Then also he said the people naked his mother. Then the lady in question also said that they voted for them to kill us. That alone tells you where side she's from. And then seeing how we are making that kind of statement, then we'll start to draw in political context. And it's sad. We should not be looking at it that way. But if we start to proceed in that direction, then again, people know change. Some of us are still, like for me, I'm still evaluating some of the things that people are doing. In the majority, I'm still evaluating what's going on. I mean, what went on between the protesters and the police. Okay. So it's easy to sit down and condemn the police, but not even knowing how many police officers are currently going on the treatment. And also knowing that the police should allow them to get police and get burned. And then people said, they didn't know that the police got blocked and without water running through the vein.
Thank you. Let's go you there, sir. Let's go you there, sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Let's take this person. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you call from.
Yeah, Nelson, how you doing? This is Mr. Dino calling from the state of Iowa, to be specific, Cedar Rapids.
It's good to have you, sir. Let's hear you.
All right, thank you. I just want to ask Judge. Judge, where were you when Odell Shamans was killed? Judge, where were you when your public work minister from Sano County were killed? Judge, where were you when the 3 auditors were killed? What did you say? Judge, sometimes when we come here, when people talking about killing another human being is bad. Where were you, Judge? Where were the representative that just spoke today when these people were killed, when there was no justice? Judge, where were you when Princess Cooper, my daughter, I would say my daughter because she was just a little girl, when she was killed in the Lawanese Mayor house, by her, either in front of the Lawane Mayor house or the Lawane Mayor
Behind
yard.
the store.
What did you say, Georgie? Where were you? It is time for you to stress your muscle, Georgie. This is Liberia. Liberia is for all of us.
Okay.
We who supported Joseph Boakai, we supported Joseph Boakai for the betterment of our country.
Thank you.
Look at today, people can be also up to 8, 9 o'clock in the night. Georgie, where were you?
Thank you.
The Bobo representative today, where were he? Georgie, come on, man. When you're saying something,
Thank you.
sometimes
Thank
you
you.
should
Thank
lower
you.
your voice.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think the favorite line for the show tonight is Georgie, where were you?
Where were you?
Where were you, Georgie? Where were you?
But
I was right here.
let's
I was
squeeze
right
in,
here.
let's squeeze in 3 calls from
Yeah.
Liberia, then we'll go.
The legend against Sing Song
Hello.
Isa.
Hello. Yeah, please go ahead, sir. Let's hear you.
Are you getting me clear?
You are loud and clear, sir. Let's hear you.
Thank you. And thank God for school and every one of us. I'm S. Tulukudan Senior. I'm 59 years old.
59 or 69?
59, 59.
Oh, 59.
Thank you.
Okay.
President, we are there myself. We all went to Wellington. I know most of them were football, but that's not the point.
He was clever in school, eh?
They Friday Rabbi and all the local then were there at the time when our principal Bomi, the people that built our school, Mr. Well, Mr. Henson, and that was in the 80s. They were not, look, they just ban them. Mr. Kamara, I was in sort of a math. He said when you man these footballers then at the same year, you always fail. You're not mad them because they were only there for football.
Okay. But go ahead. Go to the point, sir. Let's hear.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear brother. Look, I'm begging the Liberian people, to all of us, we are all for the sale of all of our political parties, that the party that is trying to do or in this country, and that I will not have in Jesus' precious name. Look, especially they do men in a play. And congratulations to Monuba. He always hit the point because this is the only radio station that I believe, just as it's from Lofa County, they are always giving us factual information. Meaning, I don't really know why they have to take 7 from in school. I'm 86 graduate from high school. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Yes. So I'm begging. These young men that get left the studio. I'm begging, whether citizens or not, this paper that we have just put in the chair, that have just spent either a month plus or 38 or 39 days to give this paper a chance to really fix this country. Not to say, I will call your name.
Thank you, sir.
Information reaching our intelligence bureau of the Liberian citizen are the hair.
Oh.
Akara Gray is in that thing. He was nice. He spent 2 years in our. He did not talk about that area where today that citizen are for.
Thank you.
Look.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
we have to go because
he's going to form another. April said a D-Day for the Liberian people. I'm really begging you to start instructing.
Thank you.
You carry people again to the university that be our children then.
Thank you, sir.
You. I beg you people, you get a woman chance so that he will be able to do his work.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's go you there and take the last call now. Hello, you're live. Let's hear you.
Let's call for my name. I will not call my name for security reason. Yeah, for security reason. In the first thing, I want to give kudos to all of my friends and my brothers, my fathers that responded in Kinjo.
Okay.
They did the best. They did the best, and we are not recognized. We are not recognized, but they did the best. They did the best, and they brought peace to the motherland on our side.
They brought peace to the motherland?
Yeah, they brought peace.
Who carry peace to the motherland on that side now? How they carry peace? Because you saw the protest.
All of the 4 police officers that responded to Kidjo.
Oh, okay. So it means that though you're not calling your name, but from the way you laid it out, you police officer too, right? So your fellow officers then carry peace too.
Like I said, I will not call my name.
Okay.
Okay. I will go cool with every one of them.
Okay.
I responded there. I brought peace to the motherland.
Thank you, sir.
I brought peace.
On
the issue of the energy power plant in Kawa, right? The Lawmaker really do well.
Okay.
But he didn't do well.
Thank you.
This time we are in is not political time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It's not political. I don't know. Can I learn, please?
Yeah, so we have to go now, but just lay your thoughts. Yeah.
I am your JV. I am your JV. It's not political time. NEC power tech have been doing whole lot of things. It can be this kind of time. The incident, police officer was women on the incident.
Okay.
But the Lawmaker didn't say nothing. Right? We are not encouraging power tech, right? We are not encouraging power tech. But the issue to say that police, but no, every time I say
thank you.
Police.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Let's slow you there. We would have loved having you on the line for some time, but we're seriously out of time. We have to go. So we will now come back to do our closing. Can you start?
Nelson, can I address you the comment the callers? I'm very
you're gonna have time to address them. You have
Nelson, all people mention me, so I think I should be giving good long time if I'm closing. Thank you.
You will have your time to address them.
All right,
Sandy,
thank you.
can you do your closing, sir? Sandy?
You guys can hear me?
Yes, sir.
You finish cooking the tabagi?
The tabagi almost done, man. But it's good to be here. I mean, I came late. I enjoyed the discussion. I think topics talk about tonight, both of them were profound. Again, on the issue of asset declaration, I think the president has taken the first step. I do agree with Josh. We want to know what is in the asset, what has been declared, right? So I don't know who's holding it back. I don't know if it's the president. I mean, he has given it to what's the institution? Is that GSA or
LACC?
LACC. Thank you. He has given it out to LACC. So let LACC then disclose that information to the Liberian people. I mean, Nelson, you say if the men don't authorize, then they can't disclose it. I mean, once you have given it to LACC, I believe it's for the public consumption. So give it to us so we can know exactly what is being declared. I do extend my condolences to those, that lost their loved one through the protests, regarding the mine, I believe was in Cape Mount, and also the electricity issues. I mean, with what happening, it's unfortunate. It shouldn't have happened in the first place. I want to call on our government to provide security to the people. And I also want to caution our people to be very calm in the process. I mean, don't go there looting. I know a lot of folks are frustrated on what's happening in their areas, especially the mine areas where our resources have been taken away from the people from their backyard to enrich other people in foreign countries. But the people whose resources have been taken away are being left with nothing. So you can understand that our people will be frustrated. But we do want to, encourage our people to remain calm. Let us address the issue in ways that nobody have to die or no Liberian have to be hurt. Yeah, so I look forward to being back here on Monday. And to all of those in the comment section, as always, thank you for joining us.
Thank you to you there in New Mexico. Let's go to Australia and hear what what's coming from there from Josh.
Thank you, Nelson, and thank you to our listener and the commenters. I've seen somebody saying, Yaya is saying, George, where are you? Where are you? I want to get something to drink. But it's okay. Look.
No, that person is not really expressing concern about your location.
Yeah, I know. It's being sarcastic. I'm being sarcastic, Nelson. That's what we do.
No, they're laughing in the corners. Where were you?
Georgie, where were you? The favorite line from the show tonight.
Yeah, Georgie, where were
you? Georgie, where were you? Okay, good. I got it. Yeah. So look, Nelson, I think it's very clear that most of the callers are supporters of the UP. And I agree. It's okay. Everyone has, what they believe in. And no one can tell me not to support the CDC because I don't tell people who to support. But one of the things that one of the guys I called, he said he's a sedition and he's in the diaspora. And he's saying that I lied, that the president did not take any advice from the diasporans. And that's a problem with Liberians, a problem with us as a people. You want to tell me that I'm a sedition? You don't know me. I don't know this guy that called. Does that mean that I'm not a sedition? If you don't know any, that does not mean it's a lie. That's the thing. But our people, we are so, my brother can use that word, convoluted, and I want to borrow. I'm borrowing tonight. I borrow from Amy. I'm borrowing for you as well. People can just make up their mind. And guess what? Whatever they make up their mind about is true and it's gospel. And that's it. So George is lying because President Weah did not call him. But he knows he's in the diaspora. But a lot of people came from the diaspora that work in the government in top positions. The Pisota, like Axedo, all the people came from America. They were close to President Weah. Does that mean that they could not talk to George Weah? Only because he could not talk to George Weah, so it means that nobody could communicate with him either by email, by text message, or by anything. These are the things that spoil our country because people come here and they think they possess all the information and they just go out and making other person look stupid, like I'm lying. I come on the show to lie that I could not say something that will reach the president, or I could not say something to him directly. That's the problem. And the other guy who spoke about this whole thing about the lawmaker and stuff like that. Look, we all got different ways of communicating what we want to communicate. Some people will be abrasive, some people will be very gentle, some people will be different, but the true intent of what the person is trying to convey to you is there. If you look for it, you will find it in that communication that person is trying to tell you. So look, gentlemen, I am on the show. I'm never going to lie to anyone. Whatever I say will be the truth. You might disagree with me, but it's because you have a different background. Like my brother said, and tonight I just want to highlight my brother Sandy. Sandy made a remarkable statement here tonight when he said we should not censor people. They say I should shut up, I should not talk because I supported the other government. But these are the same people who were talking in our government. Now they are not talking, but they tell me to shut up. They were saying that everything about our government was wrong. George did not declare his answer. It was wrong in the government. Waka has not made public his answer. They are not talking, but I should not talk. Even though they were talking, I was not talking, according to them. I'm talking now, they say I should not talk. They should still talk because they think they are the more Liberian than me. They possess the right to speak, and it is wrong. That's why Liberia is what it is. And I want to say tonight, in closing, that Abu Kamara, whoever, trying to denigrate you, I think you express rational anger. Anybody will be angry because these are the people that raised their lives, stood in the rain and stood in lines to vote for you. So when they get killed innocently or silly in a silly manner, you have to express that rational anger. Kudos to you. And look, Liberia is all we have. Let us make sure that whoever comes to power, let's hold them to what they promised. President Baka promised to go to Grand Cayman. We want him there now to go and settle what is going on there. If he does not do it, that is a break of promise. And we are still looking forward to the 100 days promises. And no car was going to get stopped. We are looking at all the promises they made, making sure that we hold them to the promises. Thank you. God bless you and God bless Liberia. All the commenters, thank you for all the insults and for all the praises. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much, guys.
We got 5 minutes too.
Thank you to our viewers. Thank you to Nelson, our host, for the phenomenal job, man. Nelson, to be quite honest, bro, I say this all the time and I mean it from the depth of my heart. But let get to this. Number one, we look, when we talk about reconstruction I mean, or reconstruction and rebuilding of a nation, it takes every one of us, right? It takes the government, the civil society, the religious leaders and everybody, right? Look, and I understand sometimes if we are aggrieved, there's so many channels that we can use to channel our grievances through which. You see, one thing Nelson, every one of us have responsibility, right? The police, we expect the police to do their job. We expect government to put out policy that impact us. But we also have to hold on to our own end of the bargain. If you look at those videos that are spreading all over today, Patrick Suru promised after a press conference that he was going to release them to the public. And you've seen that happening. That's transparency. We did not see that.
Gregor Coleman, not Project Suru.
I mean, sorry, thank you, brother. Gregor Coleman, God forbid. Gregor Coleman, not Mr. Suru. Promise us. Matter of fact, he said after this press conference, those video will be put out there for people to see exactly what it is. And everything he stated during the press conference, that the police, they were being put under a situation where they had to defend themselves. And look, we are all human beings. Look at those videos. Look at our brothers and sisters burning properties. The same property that people. So if you need burning that one today, then tomorrow now, which other school your children will go to? I mean, sometimes even if we are angry to the very last degree, we should not resort into doing things that will not benefit us the day after. So I mean, we have to hold people accountable. We have to hold our law makers accountable. We have to hold our government accountable. We have to hold our police accountable. But when does it become a thing now where we start to hold ourselves accountable? Do we have any self-accountability? Do we have that? Or the only thing we have is to resort into violence? Nobody deserves to lose his or her life on trivial stuff. What happened over there? Come on, man. Nobody deserves to die on only those circumstances. So people die in our country for nonsense, for absolute nonsense. The power theft situation, you police. If the man still in power, that you police. You see it, you flag it, you go call the appropriate authority. People that are trained to deal with these situations. Right? People that are trained we all have a job, right? Every now and then we go through training. Because that job is tailored to our professional life. That's what we do. Police officers deal with what we call de-escalation. You as an LEC man, what do you know about de-escalation? Is that part of your training? Is that something you do? But we are all so harsh on each other. We don't tolerate each other. Even you step on somebody, they can't even wait for you to say, sorry, sir. They want to slap you. We are charged. We are so charged against each other, right?
Thank you, Turi.
So we need to do our part. Government obviously expect government to do our part, but we the citizens also too should help the government while the government helping us.
Thank you, sir. That's
my position. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your position, sir. Thank you. Councillor Tiawan Gonglo is listening. He's proud of you. He said, though you neglected him in the heat of the storm, you came on public radio, TV, and you
in the second round.
Yeah. No, not second round. They may flip over before second round. George.
Oh my God.
Yeah. When Councillor Tiawan Gonglo
is not loyal.
the most. That's when you
the man is not loyal. He's not loyal.
Your real friends. When Councillor Tiawan Gonglo needed to read the most.
That's when he flipped.
Needed Cindy the most.
That's when he flipped.
That's when those two guys you see them right next to each other in the black and white outfit. Those two black and white guys they neglected the black and white guys you see on the street.
Ture is the realist.
when Amy promised him that she was anyway, man, can't talk all
anyway.
When Amy promised you what?
The council is a matter of conviction. The council is a matter of
leave people, leave our people be the more
the man want to improve politics.
Yeah,
Mama,
please do your closing.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson. I will just start with my brother to end there, right? You know, one of my boys in Liberia, the man called me. The man said, everybody, they're angry in the country. Everybody. Even you do something to somebody, won't tell them sorry, they won't slap you. Everybody, when you talk, even you're arguing, somebody won't do something. But I think we can settle this issue, this government, by creating more jobs, making people busy. You know, they employ a lot of people so they can be able to get out. Because, you know, the common saying always, they say, a hungry man is an angry man.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't have jobs. Some of them have their family. When they want to get out from their houses, they can hustle. Sometimes they get nothing to carry home. They're thinking. And somebody just come, you just do something to them, it's just like you add gas to fire. So I think this government that we preach about arrest, this government that we sit on the platform, we talk all the Google thing about, this government that we somehow we lay down our life. We use our resources, our life. That's it. We lay down it because we were yet on a daily basis. We were not taking day off. We were yet every day preaching the message to the Liberian people to vote this government in power. Not only our time, but our resources. We enforce our resources. We send our resources back home to make sure this government get into power. Now, the government is into power. What we want you guys to do, Mr. President, create jobs. How much the government want to create jobs, we also pray for the citizens to be calm. They shouldn't get on the street, because if your country keep going to protest, when you see police getting hurt, citizens attacking police, there'll be no company coming in your country. You're one of those that the country is not safe. So we got to, my man, let me do my closing. I beg you. Not job we are going here.
Now you know.
So if we come here today to tell our people, all the disenchanted Liberians who want things to happen immediately, I beg you, it will happen. But y'all give us a chance. As much as we're pushing the government feet to the fire, y'all give us a chance. We are not here to praise the government, to say they're doing this, they're doing that. No. We're here to tell them their fault. We're here to push them to do the right thing. And now our main focus now is for the government to create jobs for our youth, for the people of Liberia, so they can be able to provide for their family. And the government should work on the security and the electricity. And let me just conclude by saying this. The whole electricity is something what somebody power TF did. How many times current can be in people's houses? Or current can you have for 2 hours ago, when I come out after 3 days,
People are tapping in.
okay, somebody for power theft. This is ridiculous. We don't have to do this, Liberians. We don't have to. Your electricity is not even stable. Like cannot light. Cannot can go a few hours. But electricity can even come for like 2 hours ago. They got to supply everybody by 2 hours, 2 hours. Everybody got, then why you going to kill somebody for you talking about power theft? Liberian, man. We beg y'all. Y'all leave it. You know, Liberian, y'all are people who we know and will always be. We are sorrowful people. We don't get attacked. But I know where the division coming from. It starts from Georgia government, and we'll put into it under the government.
You explain, Tayo.
Come on. I mean, please take us. We're serious.
No evidence.
No, don't come without out of time thing to me. Don't come without out of time thing to me.
We are out of time.
He will get just 20 minutes, then he come to point we are seriously out of time.
Yeah. I don't think I mean, you can do your closing tomorrow. The Liberian people love you. They already
they will still come. They will still come. The Liberian people will still come for you.
We want to give them a reason.
You're already eating into my time right now. When you could let me be talking. Thank you.
Go ahead, Mama.
Thank you, Mama. So, well, thank you, Mama, for looking out. But anyways, people, Mama said that you should be calm. Somebody said that now you know. No one is telling anybody not to protest. Nobody. You can't infringe on people's rights. Okay, protest is a right given to citizens, but it's the last resort. You can't just get a join in the street because you want to act funny and say, "We since until day we're going to protest. Since until day we're going to protest." And then you the same old people that are talking about jobs. These people that are inciting you, some of them were there that they gray. When you were going to Paris to get married, how many of you he put in the plane with him to go get married? When he was flying around?
None.
Because he loves his job now, he angry, and then he want to use you, and you don't have you can think and say he's not doing it for you. He only doing it for his own self. Look at what happened over there. Okay? Nobody say you go protest peacefully. Nobody supposed to take gun and shoot. But if you threaten a police person's life, those people that are there, they may have come there the wrong way. They're stealing your resources or whatever. But your lawmakers, your leaders agreed to it. They did not just leave their country to go and do what they're doing. So if you have anything against that, you have to deal with those people. Those people are business people. They have their properties there. They got lives too. They left their families. Nobody's just going to stand there for you to go and harm them, destroy their properties and harm them. And even your own schools. You already crying you don't have schools. You're burning those schools down. What is your children supposed to use? The police station, you're burning it. You think somebody's life supposed to be at risk and they stand there and say, oh, because you're a citizen and you're not something? The people are citizens too. The police are citizens. If it's you or me, Robbie, you going. So if you do it peacefully, it would be good. You have to do it in a way that you will be able to hear results, fruits for you and your family. Not because some politician or some angry soul want to prove a point because they got beaten out of power or whatever, and then they want to use you. Don't listen to that. Okay? No one is censoring anybody. No one whatsoever. However you turn it around, oh, they want me to talk. They want me to talk. That's a lie for the pit of hell. No one. We only holding you to, if you come here and want to be Mr. This, so and so that now, what did you say yesterday? And the thing about Darius didn't say he was going to sue the president, but that was wrong. And I know a lot of people that frown on him for saying that. Okay, they understood why he said it, but as a president and as a leader, you're not supposed. I mean, a senator and a leader, you're not supposed to say that. No one said it was right for him to say it. So we're not going to sit here and say, oh, what Abu is saying, someone who can talk where he's supposed to talk, then he come out, he want to incite people because he want to prove a point, and people should say, oh, yeah, you care for your people. No, that's not it. And we need to get away from this and try to, Liberia is our country. We need to leave their politics. Nama on the party. What are these parties doing for you so much for your lives? That you can't think about your country as you always. This is why I said we feel that we are cursed. And that's why when people talk about war and economics, and I said maybe we need it. Maybe that's stuff that need to take our country forward for our people to have some kind of renewal of mindset or something. Because for some reason we are more about one person enjoying than the entire country enjoying, and we're okay with it. Okay, so we need to become. The IG has already said what he's going to do, and I trust him. He will do it until he can show us otherwise. Although he already showing us what he's doing, and I think there's no reason to doubt him until he come out and fulfill on whatever he said. He was something other than that. We should give him the time. And people, we keep talking about, oh, you said you'll go there. You told the people that they were under the rain. And I, Baka said it too. We are more from inside. The people he said it to, the people not crying, the people not doing nothing, the people can understand. The people know that he will do it. Let give him chance. I ain't do it. You are listening on the Sakimo tree. Leave the Baka and the people think you're doing. Let the people say speak on it. And you not you. Thank you. And stop putting your pepper and salt in it.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. I mean, wow.
Talking about Liberia, talking about Sakamo tree.
Wow.
I'm talking about you. You always trying to. You told the people said it. You told the people that.
I represent a group of people. I represent 50% of
you are not a representative. You are not a representative.
Emmy causing
Fatima. Love you too.
He wants you to drink. Grab a cup of coffee. Calm down, Emmy. You know, and
no, I'm taking tired of
I
you.
Saw fire.
You told the people.
I saw fire of George under the Sakamo tree.
They kick me out.
People
They
he
kick me
was
out.
telling the people understand.
Who-
The
They
people
gotta
know
go
the
over different
reality.
sycamore tree.
Why the people not
Who
pulling
brought
for
you
you?
fire of George under the sycamore tree?
They
I
kick me
saw, I
out.
saw George Flyer with this seeing glasses on.
Exactly.
I said, oh, that
So,
Georgie.
you were not in the ring when Boyka was telling the people what he was gonna do. So stay out of it.
This is-
Let the
this
people
is
he throw, let the
interesting.
people
I
say
see-
be angry with him.
But
I
Baga
said,
told the people the
It
thing.
goes down.
They
Where
put
you
one
going?
thing on Baga can't give it, then the police go kill the people.
I want to
Nelson,
say, thanks to
Nelson,
baby.
yeah.
Baga na baby.
I cannot try.
Baga na baby. Baga get who money. But he can't declare asset. Now oh,
Everybody
he
try.
can't make it public.
Nancy, I see why that caller
Love you too,
consistently
honey.
said,
Where
Georgie,
were you,
where were
Georgie?
you?
Yeah,
Georgie,
Georgie.
Nah,
where
all
were
makes
you?
The man
sense.
under the sycamore
Georgie,
tree.
sycamore tree.
And the people are going in the ring, Georgie. Where were you?
But will,
Oh, guys, yeah.
Yasin. So
Yeah.
it is true that they kick the people from under the sycamore tree because I
No,
have to take.
I'm not on top of that information.
no, it's not happening. Y'all can wish
My
all
man.
y'all can.
My
It's not
man,
happening.
Guys, I
Yo,
want to
you
say,
people, they kick you out of two party headquarters. It's not happening to CDC, yeah? We are
That
different.
give it 2 years. That give it 2 years. The boy, that give it part is
Two party headquarters, they kick you out of two.
2 years.
That give it 2 years.
so guys, I want to,
I'm going to come out to work here. See you.
yeah,
I'm not gonna talk about you. They're talking about check out. Plenty salt you put in that thing. Plenty salt.
You alone know.
My own already done the doorstep.
Man,
But Ture, my man, call me when you go in to love that place. We gotta go eat that food, my man.
Nancy, you must show me where. I don't know what I'm going. I can't find in the chat room. Wherever you find
out. They got in Lovett Smith.
My business,
I like that.
I don't know what Nancy got out from. It's not there. It's not in the comment section. I don't know what Nancy got it from.
It's there. I saw it. I'm not saw it.
Mashi talking to me.
No, I'm talking to my territory in the session. In the comment section.
That's not bad, man.
You know, guys, anything you explain.
Robert.
And no evidence.
No evidence of George chat to George Weir.
I can't find it, my man. I don't know where.
I was giving George Weir. That's what the man said. You know, the man never said nothing. Lying.
Well,
he said George Weir never listened to people. He never said you were saying anything.
George,
to say you
how many citizens of Chicago are going to Paris to get married? How many citizens in Chicago?
None.
But guys, recently,
you people that are suffering more now. How many of them you can send money? The you people that are suffering more. How much you can send money?
Anybody came across recently or post made by former representative Akara Gray where
a business.
He's running the streets now.
Miss Blessing.
This dude literally, he said he running the street midnight. He running the streets.
Who?
Akara Gray.
But my man, while in Moreover, I ran the street midnight as well. I ran the street. As Nelson, I used to call you now on Costa.
My man, I'm the message Costa.
He's scared of something.
I will be you. I would not do it at the incident one. I want that right here.
But guys, we have to go, man. I want to see.
All right, man. No, Nelson, thank you so much for having us, man. It's wonderful. I'll catch you guys over the weekend as well.
Nelson, let the Jobo.
I hope Basco can come and represent us here.
No, boy, study Dion. Jobo.
On the show. It was Abby who brought the.
No, la Prefeki Warrior.
Yeah, but Abby brother.
Oh, la Abby. Oh yeah, Abby brother. Oh man,
Abby. What is she call?
What you might call it?
Yeah.
You join them. They're coming for you. Dima Bibo.
Yeah, Bibo, come here. We need to ask him a question. Come here.
The problem will explain again.
Tell your big brother come here. We got some questions for him.
Yeah, man. So we want to say thanks to everyone, man. We look forward to being here tomorrow.
Man.
New week. The new week has started from my end. Today is Sunday already here. So
somebody want your number in the comment section.
Give it to her.
I think we are about we are about to end this show. We are about to end this show. Let me take Amy from the screen, sir. She will not read me.
Everybody asking about Amy, man. What? So many can go on and show propose for Amy. Amy not there to go.
I say that yellow machine dancing can post sign. He said, "Mama, all way you get
Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Yellow man, Minister Fagon, that man.
Is there no beginner?
That man, I guess, I call a man to lecture with him. Oh, the team here, the man talk before I look. As soon as I open spoon touch screen, that they lecture the man.
I mean, I get secret. I mean,
what's
secret.
No,
anything that you the man will talk it. The man I get secret.
Is it Nessie can put a yellow machine sign here?
Yeah, is it Nessie? You gotta get up.
Thank you, guys. We gotta go.
Thank you.
The man will explain that the rest of it will be behind the scenes.
Hey, Nessie, like, man, don't do that to my ball, man. Don't do that.
No, that making in that statement. No. I'm making in that statement.
Yeah, man, guys, it was nice being with you, man. Always.
Yeah, man.
All my time being here.
You still haven't called me here, Teray, to tell me about the trip.
Well, I'll call you. We'll discuss the trip. I'll call you.
Oh, you convoluted over there.
Thank you. The mail convolate. Well, guys, we want to say thanks for being here tonight. Mama not coming back. You see him begging. He's not coming back. We appreciate all of you for being here tonight. We'll be here tomorrow with another edition of the Late Night Show. Until then, my name is Nelson Colette. Thanks to all of you for watching, and have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.